Minus XP.
Hello and welcome to tonight's episode of Loot, Die, Repeat, where a bunch of us basement dwellers are going to sit around and roll some dice, do a lot of laughing at each other, and do some collaborative storytelling known as Dungeons and Dragons. And we are thankful that you are here to go on this adventure with us. And of course, if you are watching on Twitch live, thank you very much. We would certainly appreciate if you would follow the channel or perhaps even subscribe. And if you have missed any past episodes, you can go to YouTube. They're all up there. Today is number 60. So, fun round number.
Never would have thought we'd have got there.
Yeah, 60 episodes in. And so
and
we
we're all
are
level 7 or 6.
continually evolving the show, trying to improve our production, and we had some sound issues last week, which we hope we have fixed.
Yeah.
If the sound is not fixed, please let us know in the chat, those of you who are watching on Twitch. So we really appreciate your help with that.
I blame Dakota.
Of course. If you would like to participate in what's going on, please be active in the chat. You can affect things with 100 bits. That will purchase an advantage for any of the players at the table, including the Dungeon Master. And for 500 bits, you can get disadvantage for any of the players.
Do it.
Well, that's not true. For the DM. I wonder if someone wanted to buy a disadvantage that I could use
I would need
against
5,000
that
bits.
person's kicked out.
I feel like we should do that.
We're gonna dox you.
Or if you gift a subscription or you subscribe for the first time, we would also allow you to name or give a disadvantage to the TM. And for 1,000 bits, you can purchase a small potion of healing, which I can assure you the party will need tonight.
What?
I'm sure that every episode, though.
Yeah, but
And he's usually right.
Yeah, that's
some
true.
episodes are going to be more intense than others. This one is,
That's usually our old.
well, going to be
That's
the...
true.
Depending on how things go, you will face the most difficult creature you have yet faced. Dun, dun, dun.
That's what you think.
Save all
Golem-esque.
my key points.
I'm running away. Wait, you're not even with
Prove
us.
it. You don't. This is a game
I'm
of
sure I'll get
imagination.
there.
You
I'm
don't
not
know where
going
my
to sleep the whole
imagination is gonna go.
It
episode.
is a game of imagination.
We left a note. Sola, come find us.
We're in the
creepy.
creepy house with a weird basement that we didn't know about, but we're writing to you beforehand. It's foreknowledge.
Well, you know.
Anyways.
Anywho.
And that's your recap. So
Hauser.
let's get into it.
There are also a bunch of commands in the chat that you can type in and utilize. If you type in !commands, it will give you a list of all of them, and you can see all the fun stuff that our moderator, Scooby-Doo, has taken care of. So as always, thank you, Scooby-Doo. We really appreciate you. And with that, we're going to move into our episode. Now that our bard has made his appearance and has brought his Wawa dinner.
Yes.
Yes. You are Wawa'd up. I think only people in the Northeast know what that is, right?
Yeah, but Wawa will still.
Well, that's
take
a real shame.
Your money.
It's true.
Yeah. We don't mind getting sponsored.
Yeah.
Listen, I love Wawa.
With that,
I'll say that for money.
Matthew, would you please lead us in our fun little theme?
All right,
Great job on the new
ready for the
pierogi
Revengers theme
quesadilla.
song. Okay, let's go. We are the winners and the strong. We're the losers who don't belong. And we'll press on until this journey ends. 'Cause there's a goal that we are after. And there are tears, blood, and laughter waiting for us just around the bend. We seek vengeance and we seek glory. So come listen to our story. Come walk with us and we'll call you our friends.
No one can see your face, so they didn't believe it.
Dude, it's about the music, not my face.
It looks
Right.
like you disappeared and then your hand just magically.
Well, I'm just playing my part as Kildrick, a short little. You can't even see him.
All
You're sitting on
right.
Zeus.
Well, thank you, Matthew, for that. And we will begin with a recap. so we can bring everyone up to speed on what has gone before.
What has gone wrong?
And so our party, the Revengers, have been traveling northward towards Saltmarsh after having saved a furbolg in the Mare of Dead Men named Dundee, who they found to be rather off his rocker. Knowing that there is a cleric in Saltmarsh that can heal his mind, the party has been making their way there after a brief stopover in Lylon to assist a wizard named Gallio Elibro clear a old tower of the monstrosities that were trapped within, and to make friends with said monstrosity, with Nazruk, the beholder. And as they then set forth from there to Saltmarsh, as evening drew near, they came to a small roadside tavern inn type of establishment named the Dashing Satyr. And deciding to settle in there for the evening before continuing on in the morning, the party took their rest and struck up conversation with the owner, Wan Bai, who was from the far east. And as they were all kind of preparing to go to sleep for the evening, a shepherdess, tiefling named Criella, burst in, and it immediately became evident that the other patrons of this inn were not very receptive to her. Seeing the racism, prejudice, and bigotry that poured forth, Wolfram approached her, and after hearing her cries for assistance at her home several miles down the road, the party agreed to travel there and help her. Sola, the monk, was still sleeping and recovering from her abduction in the Frostfell and remained back at the inn with Zeus, their faithful Rottweiler steed, and Dundee in a room. And as the party went to Criella's, they found and were ambushed by several blights that Criella believed were placed there by the local farmers. And having dealt with the blights, the party investigated her small little cottage and found that there was a secret chamber underneath. Because there's always a secret chamber underneath, right? And so as they found this entrance below her fireplace, the party traveled downward and found a series of rooms which was covered in iconography of Vel Sharun, an evil deity of necromancy. And so seeing the undeath around them and now finding the source of these voices and screams and whispers and laughter that Criella had been hearing, the party has set forth to clear this den of death. But in so doing, after eliminating several skeletons in a secret chamber at the bottom of the stairs, both Morthos and Eli were engulfed by a gelatinous cube that was laying in wait around an evil altar. And so as their friends all spring to action to seek to save them, we pick up with tonight's adventure. So Sola, you have been tucked into bed. Zeus dutifully sits at your side as Dundee is in another bed on the other side of the room, already fallen asleep. You are in and out of consciousness, aware of your surroundings one moment and then gone the next. As your mind fades to sleep, you see a woman standing before you. She is shrouded in what looks to be a silken cape and hood with a light periwinkle type of purple dress underneath that all of it shimmers. And as she stands there, she has a smile on her face as she looks at you. And she holds out her hand to you and she says, "My daughter, it is time to wake."
My lady. Salune, where am I? Water. Oh, why does everything bad have to do with water? Oh my goodness. The last I remember I was being carried away by some lady. She shimmered. What?
Your friends will fill you in, but it is time to wake, for they need you.
Are they being actively kidnapped?
You are
two of them
one
are.
for saving the innocent, are you not? And that is
Yes.
why the light burns brightly within you. You must follow that which shines brightest in the night sky. It will lead you to your friends. They are about to enter into grave danger,
Oh my goodness.
and they need your help, your light, to guide them.
I shall leave at once.
Go forth, and remember, where there is darkness, there is often the hope of the light. Do not think everything you encounter is of the darkness. And she kind of fades, and you, for the first time in what seems like weeks, you are in full consciousness of yourself. You feel the thrumming of adrenaline through your body. You kind of flex your hand and instinctively kind of reminded that your right hand is not there. But as you look down to it, there is a radiant, shining fist that is actually flexing as if you were flexing your hand as you continue to hone your control over the energy, the chi that courses through you. You sit up, and the door is there. Zeus looks over at you and kind of cocks his head, gives you a quizzical look, if a Rottweiler can give such a thing, and kind of sees you sit up and scoot your legs to the side and kind of stands and goes over to you.
Buddy, there's some people we need to be saving. And possibly a monster, too. Let's go help our friends.
He kind of looks at you and kind of looks over at Dundee and gives a little yelp.
He's the beholder guy, right?
He's the furball that you saved from the Air of Dead Men, who's a little bit cuckoo.
He's a little crazy. I'll let him sleep. I'm gonna write him a little note.
So Zeus kind of sees it and walks over and sits in front of Dundee and kind of like nudges for you to go.
Okay. Good boy, Zeus. Good boy. I'm gonna rush out the door, barely taking time to even making sure I have everything, because my friends are in danger. Okay, shines brightest in the night sky. The moon. The moon's really bright. I'm gonna run outside and kind of
Cloudy.
look up.
It is cloudy.
Oh, son of a gun.
But as you see the blanket of clouds, almost supernaturally, there seems to be a break in the clouds right where the moon is shining. And you take off in that direction.
I'm going full speed ahead.
And you do so, and you are at a full sprint.
Morthos, I hope Morthos is okay.
And you are running, you are dodging, dipping, ducking,
Cloud jumping.
diving, and dodging some more through the branches and the farmlands that are in this very linear path. And about 10 minutes later, you come to a creek, and you see on the ground several sundered piles of twigs and thorns. And this looks familiar to you. These look like blights that you've fought before. And you see a solitary cottage that is just beyond the creek. No lights on, but the door is wide open.
Let's go in the cottage.
You rush into the cottage, and as you peer in with your dark vision, you see a woman, a tiefling, covered in shepherd garb, sheepskins and leathers, and she's curled up into the fetal position with her hands over her ears, just kind of rocking herself.
Hello? Are you okay?
She looks up at you wide-eyed, and she takes a shaking finger and points towards her fireplace.
Are you cold? Do you need to go by the fire? And I'm gonna kind of help her up.
As you fall, you go to help her up, and she just kind of puts her hand up towards you, and go, and she points again at the fireplace.
My friends, maybe?
You follow her gaze, and you see that in the bed of the fireplace there is a slab that has been pushed aside, and there are stairs that go downwards.
Gonna go down the stairs, being careful to check for traps.
Okay, so roll investigation.
You too.
Solid 9.
Okay, the stairs look pretty.
I am
Clear
so
to you.
worried about my friends, I'm just going.
Okay, roll a dexterity save as you take a step and your feet begin to slip from underneath you.
13.
And as your feet begin to slip, you just jump the 10 to 15 feet length and catch yourself with your boots mid-air, and then with your feather fall just glide down and land as if it was all one fluid motion. And there before you, you see Wolfram, who is readying a blast. You hear Kildrick scream out, "Oh no!" And you see just the slightest glimpse of Yanni as his orb is in the middle of a room that is lit up. You see a dingy hallway that looks like a dungeon, blood splots everywhere, motifs of skulls and skeletons and people being carved and eviscerated, and the stench of death hits you in the face like a brick wall. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh my goodness.
Again.
14.
Hey.
A new initiative?
Everything.
New initiative.
Cube 8 of truth.
That's what I feel like when I roll badly. I sing that to my die.
All right, so
Zeus is here too now, right?
Zeus is not here.
Oh, he's not
He
here.
stayed back with Dundee.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Otherwise, that
With a
would
note.
run away.
I wrote him a note.
No. All right, so 21 and 25.
23.
Nice.
I'm getting the heck out of that cube.
Well
Eli
done.
trapped in the cube. 16 to 20.
16.
17.
Bum, 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 bum. I think we should just let me do the music.
What was that last one?
All right, natural 20 on the first roll, which is always fun. In initiative.
Hey, you should switch out those dice. For
11 to 15.
12.
We're getting closer.
13.
Oh.
All right, Yanni,
8.
Sola.
9!
Nice!
Okay, so Eli, you are enveloped in this sticky, gooey,
That's my music one up.
gelatinous substance.
Fun,
As
fun.
you are overtaken by this gelatinous cube, you begin to suffocate, unable to breathe. And you are pulled in. You know that Morthos is next to you, but you are held fast. What are you going to try to do?
Well, my sword was out.
You take 6 points of acid damage at the beginning of your turn as you feel the digestive enzymes of this gel beginning to eat away at your body, at your clothing, at your skin. There is an acidic, just burning all around you.
And I'm still focusing on the concentration for protection from good and evil.
You are, so you need to roll a concentration. Basically just need to get above a 10 with a con save.
18.
So you are maintaining your concentration on Morthos.
Okay, I'm going to, my sword was out, it was already lit up with radiance.
That's true.
So I'm gonna Drax the Destroyer this from the inside.
Okay,
Step,
roll your attack with disadvantage. Because of the slowness, the resistance that you are facing
It's not
from...
this,
It's like...
Unless you use it as like a blowtorch with your sword.
he's in the cube, yeah.
2, I missed.
Okay. So you
I
have your
miss even
broken...
though I'm inside of it.
It's not so much that you miss, it's that the force with which you tried to rip your blade through the cube is unable to actually damage it.
Actually giving it a shade.
You took 6 points of acid damage. As this cube, which has enveloped both Eli and Morthos, begins to shift forward,
Of course.
and 2 tendrils fly out towards Jaga. The first is a 15,
No.
and the second is a 10, as you're able to parry them away with your katana as you are preparing to strike back yourself. Kildrick.
Okay. Do I deduce that this is something that is alive?
You deduce that this thing is eating your friends.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and suggest it. Spit them out, they're poisonous!
Now, you roll an Arcana check.
It has no brain.
Well, it's worth a try, man. I'm just a bard. Natural 20.
Okay, you would know with your training that while suggestion will typically work on most living things, they do have to be able to understand language and to be intelligent enough to be suggested. You would think that this gelatinous mass of primordial ooze
Pretty stupid.
probably doesn't have the intelligence beyond some sort of bestial form, and therefore
Therefore, it would
would
be
not.
useless.
So you wouldn't probably use your
I
suggestion
can
spell
really
on that.
stunning strike
Oh,
it pretty
jeez.
easily.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wisdom's -2.
And they're inside it, so if I attacked it, it would hurt them.
Rolls really high.
You get the sense that this thing is large enough where you could attack it and avoid them inside.
Then I'm gonna go up to it and attempt to shock it with my hands.
Okay.
Thunderbolt it.
Very good. As you shocking grasp, is that what you're doing?
I was gonna do Thunder Wave
Just saying,
Oh,
Jonathan's
okay.
a conductor.
because it has to be from me.
Conductive
It does.
material.
So you would also know
Can I
that
move away from
Thunder
people?
Wave is an area of effect attack.
Yeah.
And
It's
so
a small
that
range on it,
one
though,
would
isn't
be
it?
more difficult to avoid hitting your friends with.
There are two
It's
people.
15 feet range. Do you think I could
inside.
get to a point where I wouldn't hurt anybody?
No, they're
No,
inside.
they are inside of it. So that I
Go ahead.
misunderstood you.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Roll
It
your
wouldn't hurt them.
damage.
On me.
I don't know what
inside
to
get
do with
half
this thing.
damage already.
Yeah, extra AC.
Trace.
Yeah.
I got
Oh,
gel
man.
armor on.
You stab it.
I don't want to stab you to death. All right. I'm gonna take out my rapier and stab it.
Okay, roll your attack.
Spit them out, you daft bastard. All right. Let's see. With the new rapier, it's a +6. So it's a 16.
That hits. Roll your damage.
1d8 +3. 8.
8 damage. Very good. As you pierce into the gel and kind of swipe through, you see that this piercing action doesn't quite do as much damage as you might normally think, though it is certainly affected by it. But more importantly than that, as you pull your rapier out, you do see that there is a little bit of corrosion beginning to eat away at it. And so you
It was a gift.
you surmise that if you were to continue to use this rapier on this, that it could do damage.
The poor souls, they must be turned to jelly by now.
Jaga, you are up. As you watch Kildrick rush up and stab his rapier into this mass, what do you do?
Looks like a good idea.
Yeah.
Looks like a good idea. When in doubt, stab it.
Guys, I'm gonna move forward 10 feet. There you go.
Do I get opportunity attack since there is enemy between me and my party members?
You mean advantage?
Advantage.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And there
Step
are
in between.
You
engaged.
technically are not flanking it yet.
Okay.
He's flanking half of it.
Yes. The,
You are in a position where someone else could flank it
the
on the
part
other
that I want to
side.
attack is between.
Well, why don't you
It's
just
flanked.
walk around the back of it?
I don't think there's room.
You
Looks
got,
like they're
you
like
got
stairs
lawyer.
or something.
Is there room behind it?
There is room to step up.
Then I would.
And you're on high ground.
I would do that.
Double
As you step next to the altar, I need you to roll a wisdom save.
Oh, son of a gun.
He was waiting for that one.
Another gelatinous cube
I'm
shows
great
up.
at wisdom,
Everyone gets it.
but not when I roll low. That's a 6. It depends on if I fail. I might use my saving face.
You have failed.
I will use my saving face.
Okay.
It's
I'm not scared, guys.
It's 11.
First
11.
5 minutes.
Yes.
Which is enough.
Oh,
As you feel the darkness of this altar call out to you, you feel this sensation of needing to slit your wrist.
holy crap.
Yikes.
You resist
That's dark.
and instead turn to attack with advantage as you are flanking with Kildrick against the gelatinous cube.
I want to stand on this altar.
Alright, -5 plus 10.
You want a new
Okay.
character already?
That's going to be a 24.
That hits.
And the second attack is 10.
That misses.
Okay. Wait, hang on. 25.
25?
Yep.
Okay, so as you swing forth with a smooth, clean thrust of your blade, you cut straight through the cube, and a number of its innards kind of pour forth out of this gash that you've left in it. As you come to rest and go to make your backswing, you see that the edge of your blade has begun to corrode. And as you kind of take this in, you correct your swing and kind of pull it short as you miss with your second attack, thinking, what should I do? This is eating into my blade. You do damage it, and it was hurt, but again, the gash is kind of quickly swallowed up as the cube kind of reforms itself.
Are our heads above water yet? Because he took a chunk out.
They are not.
Could I tell that it was the altar that was trying to make me?
Yes,
Okay.
you got the sense. As soon as you stepped within its vicinity, you felt that the darkness kind of reaching out to you.
Can I still yell out?
Absolutely.
Don't come near the altar, it's cursed!
Good morning.
What's planning on it there, friend?
Huh?
What's planning on it?
Okay, so as Jaga yells out, Wolfram, you see this unfolding as as Sola kind of lands behind you. And you hear her land with your perception. It's very soft, almost imperceptible, but you are aware that there is the presence of someone behind you now.
Do I smell the dog?
Do you smell Zeus?
Yeah. On her.
Roll smell check.
So, roll investigation to see if you can discern that it is. You do smell
At the
something.
same time, 18. At the
Yes, you are. As you hear the gentle footfall behind you, that coupled with the peripheral vision of light that is kind of joining the light that is now in front of you,
messing with my vision,
and the familiar smell of Sola and Zeus.
snuggling with the dog.
It's good cuddle time.
You're satisfied
Good
that this
cuddle
is
time.
an ally who is alighted behind you.
And if that hasn't distracted me, did I see Yaga go behind the cube?
You did, and you heard him yell out that
Excellent.
the altar is cursed.
You're about to get cubed in the face.
Nice.
Alright. Let's say, I'm out of here. I'll move 20 foot back,
That's about right.
and I'll turn back around,
Okay.
I'm not on the steps because I still want to be able to shoot in. And I will shoot at the cube.
Okay, roll your attacks.
I'm not here.
17,
Hits.
16.
Hits.
Yay!
And as these blasts of force energy impact into the cube, 2 large chunks of it are blown away. As
16.
total?
Yep.
As this force damage seems
rolls.
to hit the gel pretty hard. Morthos, you're up. You take 6 acid damage.
I hellish rebuke it.
Okay? That is an 11 because it's
Fails.
a -4.
Yes. So that'd be 18.
Oh, really?
18 fire damage.
18 fire damage. As the fire ignites it and burns it up, it doesn't seem to resist. So
Yes, sweet. And with that, Morthos will attempt to attack it with booming blade.
okay, roll your attack with disadvantage.
Oh, that was a crit. But it's still a 24.
That hits. As you're able to
rough
get
life.
enough force behind,
Does he get sneak attack with
Oh,
this?
yes.
does Booming Blade have a verbal component?
Ooh. Booming blade. Yes, it does.
You are unable to cast that.
Oh.
So you still hit it, but there is no spell that issues
How about
forth.
green flame
It's
blade?
verbal as well.
Green fern brain.
Green flame bird. How about that?
Green firm, right?
I love it. 23.
23. So you quickly pierce through and cut down through the gel, and you can see it kind of fold in on itself on the inside as this kind of churning motion is going on. It does seem to resist the piercing and slashing damage, but it is hurt.
Like, does it feel like it took any of the damage?
It did. It seemed like you were able to affect
Alright,
it, as it's the gel, the cube itself is kind of shuddering under all of this barrage of blows.
And then I will hit it with my offhand attack.
Okay, with disadvantage.
Yep. That would be a 16.
Hits.
That'd be 5.
Total.
Top.
Okay.
Yep.
Similarly, as you cut through, there is some damage, but it seems to resist that. As Sola, you now are seeing your friends wail away on this, what looks to be clear surface, but then as you see the gashes that are emerging, having fought a gelatinous cube before,
Have I?
in
Yeah.
the basement
In
of your
our
own
house.
of your own home, that
Yes, that one.
there must be this must be exactly what you fought before.
I'm gonna rush in. Gonna go right to the south. No, south of the orb. Right there. Nope, back one. Yep, right there. And I'm just gonna be like, guys, I'm here! And I'm gonna cast 2 attacks on it.
Received.
Okay, roll your attack. Radiant energy.
I don't know. Okay, yeah. So first one is 18 plus 8.
Okay.
Second attack is 21.
They both hit.
Okay. Oh, I guess I have 3 attacks. Ah, it's too much math.
Nice.
Okay, third attack is 10.
10 misses.
So 6, 11.
Going native.
11 plus 6.
Okay, 17. Are you going to use Savage Attack on any of those?
I can't. I can only use that on a melee.
Thank you. 17. So as you land, you blast forth the 2 radiant bolts of energy that kind of are channeled through your key, and as they hit in the same spot, right in the center, right between Eli and Morthos, and the entire gelatinous cube shudders and then explodes around them.
Oh, wow. And I'm just going to be muttering to myself, there is light in the darkness. There is light in the darkness.
As Morthos and Eli are kind of covered in this ooze,
And
as
you're
they
covered in
are
guts.
emerge on the ground.
Ooh.
That was fun.
I take out my decanter of endless water and spray them off.
Hose down. That was terrible.
I got you guys.
Are you guys okay?
Sola, you live.
I was. It was weird unconsciousness for, it felt like forever. And then Salune visited me in a dream saying that you guys were in danger and you needed me.
I'm fine.
Well, I don't think this was the biggest thing that we're going to be facing tonight. This place just reeks of evil.
I think it smells like rotting flesh, but yes.
What are we doing down here?
Yaga, pull those gems out of the thing since you're standing next to it already.
Make yourself useful.
I have no tools good enough to do that.
Who could possibly tinker around the
Why are you talking
throne?
like that?
I'm growling at Sola. Who here is trained in tinkering?
I have the tools, but I've never learned. I haven't had the time.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's
figure it
silly.
out.
You should learn.
I don't know if that's how your character creation works.
You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out.
You are in fact proficient with Tinkerer's tools.
Oh, I had to learn the skill. I didn't think I just had it.
You ever just forget you're a master at something?
I had lots of time to practice on my boat ride
She was a
over.
master tinkerer with 2 hands. She's not as confident that she would be able to do so.
She now uses her toes.
Honestly, I thought you had to learn. I just picked tools that I thought I was gonna like grow with.
That's what you get when you.
You're a woman of many talents. Can you tinker with this and put it on my hammer?
I don't think you would want to trust me with such a.
Stop tinkering with his heart.
Also, super happy you're awake now.
Yeah, you know, he, never mind. While you were asleep, he tried to do that thing from Sleeping Beauty. Didn't work.
From your book?
Kissed you.
On the forehead. On the forehead.
Did you see that in your book?
I did. It's very similar to.
Don't you lie to her.
What?
He saw it
Did
in
you
a
actually
book.
see it in your book
Yes.
After.
recently?
And not her, but the story.
Oh, okay.
Do you think it's changed like the others?
I can check.
Yeah, why don't you?
Has it
Thank you
changed?
for waking me, Yanni.
You're welcome. See, none of these fools thanked me for saving your
You
life.
ever wake me like that to get my rapier through your neck?
In fact, the story has changed.
Ooh.
And Sleeping Beauty, while being exactly the same otherwise, has a picture in the text.
Thank you.
The story is the words unchanged, but there is a picture of you as Prince Charming,
I mean,
Purple.
able
Prince
to
Charming.
wake Sleeping Beauty from her slumber. Sola.
look,
Yeah.
we did it. I did it.
Alright.
This is romantic and all, but we're in a dungeon.
Right, yeah, I was going to say.
We can talk about it
We are
later.
definitely not out of the
Maybe reenact it. I mean,
I'll write a song about this later.
I don't think that'll be necessary.
Sola, here's
it might help jog your memory.
here's the deal.
My
Down
memory
that
of
other
power.
hallway over there, there's a flesh golem, we think. It's not awake yet.
A flesh golem?
Yeah. It's, we can handle it, probably.
I was told that from Salune that there is something that may look evil, but isn't necessarily evil. So I would just be hesitant and just
Yeah, but-
barreling and killing
We're
things.
killing everything down here.
No,
I
for the
don't
sake
talk
the-
for the
the
sake of
tiefling
saving
upstairs?
something.
Oh my!
It could be.
why
It could
did
be
I try
that.
to say-
Could be the misconception about the tiefling
Oh, Criella.
upstairs.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
We're in.
Solo.
The whole
Could be,
town
but shouldn't we
hates it.
try everything? See if anything can be saved?
Well, usually I would agree with you. The floor is
Uh,
covered in skulls.
But we are the bearers of hope. We need to bring hope in this dark
I'm loving this
times.
light that
Sola?
you're bringing here.
I'm generally with you here. Do you see
Are
all the
you, Eli?
do you see all the iconography around here about necromancy?
Lots of
But
death.
Salune specifically told me that in the midst of this evil, there is light that is not just us.
So it very well could be the tiefling as we go further north. We've learned
It
they are
could
not
be.
liked at all.
We
by
don't like
people.
Morthos.
We didn't know that. We're from the south. We came up here and there's a heavy racist vibe on people like him.
Also, the people around here don't know that he's a tiefling yet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
not hush
she's
hush.
Vinny now.
Don't say that too loudly.
As soon as she says that
Understood.
we should save something here, or not kill something here, I start walking up the
Oh boy.
hallway. And how long were those two fights?
So, the fights themselves were brief. It was
Are we close to
less
I
than,
didn't even get a
I would
turn.
say, a minute for that entire encounter to unfold. You have been down here for about a half an hour as you have carefully inspected the room at the end of the hallway where you used your special vision to see through the walls and find the flesh golem that is entombed there,
Not good.
and to find this secret room which was just off of the entrance with these 4 sarcophagi and this evil altar.
Yep.
I will argue that I found the secret room, but
Yeah, he takes full credit.
That's a collective you,
All right, so
plural
my
you.
Just like you didn't kill the gelatinous monster.
so my eyes have returned to normal. Then you're saying it's been over a minute.
It has been over a minute now. As
I will only slowly walk up the hallway.
okay, so Wolfram's gonna move that way. What as Wolfram kind of makes his way out? What are the rest of you guys doing?
oh, I kind of want out of this room. I'm not liking stepping on other people's heads, so I'm gonna
I would
go out in
agree.
the hallway.
I want to take a look at the walls to see if we get a clearer picture about what's potentially here. Why was this room hidden?
Okay, roll investigation.
18.
So you see that this room has these sarcophagi in it, and it was clearly used as a repository of the dead.
Mm.
There is also more iconography of Velsharoon and necromantic type of spells being cast. And the room all kind of comes to a center on the altar itself, where there are lots of blood stains in the midst of the gemstones that are in the eye sockets of this skeleton kind of iconography. It's very demonic, very evil. You are immediately uncomfortable just looking at it, and while the gem certainly could be of value, there is just a general evil that pervades this shrine.
So I'm gonna see that, and knowing Morthos's nature generally, I'm going to step back from the altar and go to him and go, "Hey, I don't think those things are worth it."
I kind of get the same vibe.
Yeah.
For once, I don't want the shiny object.
I think the shiny object's there to trap people. In some capacity. Like we were just trapped.
Why don't you send Neverwinter to try and grab it? Who's Neverwinter? Whatever.
The city?
Name, Nevermore.
Nevermore.
Send the city.
I had to. Whatever. Send the city.
Fascinated guy to get it.
Everybody line up.
Everybody free gold.
You're dead.
Do we, get the,
You're dead.
do we kind of get the feeling that there's nothing else in this room?
Roll an investigation check.
Can I help him?
Or
Or could
yeah,
you?
you can help him as
Okay.
you kind of check the rest of the room out.
20 unnatural.
As you kind of you investigate the
To see if you recognize them. Larry?
the puddle of the gelatinous cube in particular, because while you were inside, you felt like you kind of brushed up against a more solid object,
Gross.
and so with that knowledge,
Not Eli?
it was not Eli. With that knowledge, you get the sense that there might have been some other things that were obscured and floating around in there. So you look around and you're able to come across 10 pieces of platinum
Oh,
Ooh,
that have kind of fallen forth
Worth it.
and get lodged in the skulls now below you. And you also find a potion of healing.
Well done, sir. Well done.
I will give everyone.
You also see that there are trinkets and things inside of the now opened sarcophagi.
Ooh.
For,
Mm-hmm.
I
do I
know.
see? Do I see him see that?
Oh, I tell you.
Okay. Hey, let me.
By the way, I give everyone 1 platinum.
Oh, I like this new Morty, I'll
Thank
tell
you.
you what.
Is the throne still trying to kill me?
I keep 4.
I presume you've moved away from the throne.
What do I care? Money's just
I don't know.
money.
Depends.
Have you stayed next to the throne?
A little bit.
A little bit.
How long would you say you've lingered next to the throne?
A couple minutes.
Then making a wisdom save.
You got this, bro.
21.
Having lingered for a moment and listened to this conversation, you kind of turn your eyes back to it, and again you feel the pull of darkness upon you, and again you resist.
Does anybody want to check this thing out? It keeps trying to make me cut my wrist.
No, not at all.
It's worrisome.
Saga, you're beautiful.
That's it.
Why would you do this to yourself?
It's not me, it's the chair.
Oh.
No, I don't want to do that at all. What are you looking at over here?
I can see that there are some trinkets inside these boxes that are open.
Good. Does anyone have anything that they can sense if these things are cursed?
That is a good point.
I can do...
Do we also have a magical bag?
We do.
You hear them.
I can detect
Magical what?
poison and
Well,
disease.
Can we
come back to this,
I
please?
can do detect poison and disease.
I'm here now.
Probably not the same thing.
We may not get another chance in here.
Oh, fine. I walk in. Only 30 feet away from the end of the wall.
Is this room creeping you out a little bit? You won't come in.
And I will.
Can you tell us if any of these items in here potentially, the ones that are in the boxes, might be cursed?
I will identify the altar.
Okay. You immediately, are you identifying or detecting magic?
Well, I'm going to do both. Only detect magic is concentration. So I'll perform 2 rituals over the next 1 minute and 6 seconds.
Okay, and as you do so, you detect a very strong necromancy aura from the altar. And there is also, it's not just arcane, there is also divine dark magic. It's not really magic, it's divine power that seems to emanate as well. In particular from the kind of the skull figure at the center.
So it's not magic?
There is necromancy arcane magic that is bound to it, but
What are the properties of it?
with your detect magic, it is a
That's identified.
yep. There is essentially a vampiric kind of type of magic to it, where it would suck the essence from you. As well as I believe, look up my spell, schools of magic. So it's necromancy alongside of...
And Morphos, you gave us a platinum?
Yep.
Wait. Enchantment.
And how does it work?
There is a suggestion that is made to an individual in close proximity, and if they fail this wisdom save they need to make, then the suggestion is that they slit their wrist and offer it to the altar, at which point the altar absorbs the energy in.
Is there magic in the altar?
I mean, yeah, the whole thing is that
Oh,
is
okay.
necromantic and enchantment with a evil divine power as well.
Okay.
How about this stuff over here?
After I'm done. This is pretty dark shit. Then I walk out.
Well, what about the stuff in the other boxes?
Yeah, we found like some trinkets and necklaces. I think that's a pocket watch.
You detected no other magical auras in the room.
Okay.
Then I used Mage Hand to try to take everything out of the boxes I can.
Okay. You are able to do so, and you collect 20 more gold pieces.
Ooh.
And the rest of it is little knickknacks, which don't strike you as having intrinsic value. They seem to be more like personal effects that must have had some sort of significance to the individuals that were entombed.
We should find the families and give it back to them.
As soon as I step out of the room, I turn around and I say, Eli, there's not just magic here. There's god work happening.
Evil god work?
Well, okay. From the iconography, is it Velsharoon?
I don't know who that is, but it's bad.
I think he's like a god of necromancy and lichdom.
Oh, lichdom.
Yeah.
Isn't that werewolves?
Nope, that's lycandom.
Oh.
Do I think Solo could be doing this while we're standing in the hallway?
You
So
get
how
the
long does it
sense.
take?
You get the sense, and Solo, you would know that it would take a dedicated day of downtime
Okay.
and work in connection with someone who understands arcane properties to work together to properly affix that stone.
You guys just want to go upstairs during...
I think we may need more
That's a
time
bit
for that.
forward, don't you think,
Yeah.
Johnny?
Jeez. Wine and dine first, man. Come on.
You've already moved on from one bay.
So we should probably get out of here then, if this is dark and there's some...
Well, I could
Evil god.
attempt to dispel what's happening in here, but I don't think it would get past the necromancy.
Hey, Creel, how you doing up there?
The divine
She was in a
would
bad shape.
overpower it.
Right.
You hear nothing.
I feel like I couldn't get rid of all of what was happening here with a dispel magic spell.
You get the sense that you would be able to dispel the arcane aspects of
Yeah,
things,
got it.
which is the particularly suggestive portion and the life-sucking portion.
Yeah,
Do I have any...
not worth it.
Do I have any of my incense still on me that I got from Narrowleth?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to put some...
Bastard.
What? Do you need it?
I guess I haven't told you in character. No.
Remember that time we
I
ate
do.
all our berries?
No, I'm still full on that. This is a good day.
So I just laid on
Remember
my
that time yesterday?
That's
sword
screwed us all
to
over?
burn, and I just start kind of
I never had a good day
chanting
before.
in that room a little bit, some Gregorian stuff.
Okay.
That's right.
Kind of saying like a little cleansing prayer.
Okay.
Seeing if Paler will do anything about that.
Roll a religion check.
19.
It's 2 natural 20s I rolled in a row.
Oh my
Actually, not in
goodness.
a row.
Weighted dice.
2 natural 20s on inconsequential rolls.
That was the roll for Payor's perception of his spell, right?
That was the
So
roll
he
for
heard
Palor,
it. Oh, right.
actually. And so, as you
Wow, that was joking.
Shot in the dark.
as you begin this ritual prayer of cleansing, there is a bright light that begins to glow around the skeleton face in the center of the altar.
Told ya.
As this happens, Wolfram, and you're watching this, you immediately sense the overwhelming presence of the light in the room, and it overshadows and dissipates the dark divine nature that's there. The divine nature is now gone entirely, the arcane essence does remain.
Wolfram, perhaps.
Do I get any sense of that? I guess it didn't work.
No, you know that
What did you do?
whatever divine darkness and decay had infested this shrine has been overcome.
Okay. Well,
What did you do?
I have my sword that's lit up radiant, and I lit some incense, and I said,
Oh, that's what smells so good.
You have incense.
yeah.
Poe's been trapped in the Netherlands forever. All I need is incense to bring him back.
Oh,
Maybe I can borrow some later.
I don't have that much, but you can have what you'd like.
We'll wait till
Anyway, I
tomorrow.
just said a prayer to try to cleanse it, and I don't know. You saw what I saw.
Tomorrow I'll give you a good berry.
Maybe you wanna cleanse the altar then, from the necromantic side of things.
Well, we really need to wait until the end of this dungeon
Got
to
it.
do that, please. I don't know how strong I will be
Understood.
or useful for the rest of this dungeon.
Am I the only one that's freaked out here?
No, everybody
You guys
is.
just sitting here talking and there's
Well,
lights
Here's what
in
you
his
got.
eyes.
Like this is in my first 3 lives. This is what I did all the time.
Oh, cool. Yeah, some of us don't live forever.
Eli, as you're having this conversation, the light in your view has not dissipated, but only you can see the continued light that emanates from this altar.
Okay.
You get the sense that Paler is trying to encourage you towards something, though you don't know what.
At that altar.
Cut your wrists.
Given the
Doing
role
it
that
for
you
you.
given the role that you had.
Okay. Well, then I am being a good little paladin of Palor. am going to pull a Aegis and go. Okay. Talking to himself and kind of push through and walk forward and again kind of be chanting.
himself again?
I try to stop him.
Where are you going, you daft idiot?
Palor's just stop, and he's like swim moving.
I use my strong arm to try and hold you back, and it
You
just does
two-
nothing.
You two, the evil is gone in here. Let him follow what's happening.
So I walk up there and I cut
Make a
myself.
con
I'm
save.
assuming.
The sense that you get is more about
Urination.
purging the altar completely.
Like a lay on hands there.
More like using the radiant power of your sword to destroy it.
Understood.
Something like that.
Okay, so
Swipe or no swipe.
he gets down on a knee, finishes his prayer, picks up his sword, and jams it right into the middle of the eyes of the skull.
And as you do so, the radiant energy of your sword explodes forth, and the altar, though it shouldn't, crumbles to ash and is completely dissipated.
You guys freaking see that?
Wow. With a rusty sword, too.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Are the gemstones conveniently still laying on top of the
Everything
ash?
is gone. Eli,
Good
you
question.
gain 20 points of temporary health.
Holy crap!
Ooh.
Oh, that just means we're gonna need it.
Oh yeah.
Hey, can I give everybody an extra 9?
You've already done
We
that.
already did that
Oh,
today.
can I give him another one?
Nope.
Oh yeah, that was technically 2.
And I've already used.
Oh boy.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
That does
Both
replace
gone.
whatever
I've sacrificed
temporary
for all
health
of
you
you.
may have had previously.
It was already gone.
All right, very good. Morthos, you had previously scouted ahead and disarmed one of the traps.
Yep.
The other trap you triggered
Disarmed.
and then disarmed. And so the rest of the hallway, which is about 100 feet forward before it opens up into this weird kind of room with two what seem to be storage areas, old storage areas, are it's before you. I don't know if you flew ahead and looked at that. I can't remember.
No.
I
I could see all the way
I
down.
looked
You
into it,
scouted
yeah.
ahead and saw that.
Saw it.
You didn't. You are not aware of anything on the side.
Right.
You just kind of have seen straight ahead.
Right.
And am I
It was
still?
all
That's a
Morthos.
10-minute spell on him. I cast it before we basically got engulfed.
Correct.
Is he
So
still protection from good and evil?
that is nearing its end.
Okay. Is that something I know? Like, do I feel that?
Yeah, because you're concentrating on it.
Got it.
Listen, I'm looking down this hallway, and it's the only path we have. You want to go
must,
again?
We must go down. I did not see anything before, but I am sure I missed it.
We should all follow this time.
Agreed.
This altar area is cleared. You did great.
That was all Paler, wasn't me.
We don't think that golem thing's gonna.
Stop being so humble.
I will keep a bird's eye on it.
Oh, I see what you did there. Oh,
A bird?
nice.
Did you just say noise?
Nice.
So,
That's a Yanni.
in fact,
Yeah.
Nevermore will stay in this entryway, keeping an eye on both rooms. And if something happens,
She's gonna squawk.
the direction is to come back to me.
Okay.
Don't come back until I get you.
So you're kind of perching Nevermore.
Yep.
At a place where he can
Hey.
see all three of the entrances
So,
here.
That's right.
Right,
Is
very
my,
good.
is my boy Zeus up there?
I left him to watch over Dundee for us.
Good
Because
call.
I didn't think bringing a crazy man into wherever I was going was a good idea.
Is he a
Solo.
man, though? Is he a man?
I use my whisper
Believe
to talk
so.
to Zeus.
He's an
And so,
abomination.
if I don't make it out of this, you're a good boy. And a tear just goes down his face.
So as you're crying and you're
There's a lot of bones down here, Zeus. You'd love it.
Bring me one back.
You know, he puts a bone in his
Preferably
pocket for
a
a
femur.
souvenir.
And so normally
Huge femur.
normally as a spell you wouldn't be able to message someone that far, but because of the attunement you have with Zeus
Power of love. It
and the power,
amplifies
the
it.
power of love,
You loosen
his voice returns back to you and says,
Ha! That sounds terrible. Bring me a bone.
Wait,
One preferably that will help me clean my teeth. Ha ha! Bully.
I've got just the one.
are you crying over the dog?
Shut up, you old man. It's leaky tear ducts.
No wonder the dwarves kicked you out. Your balls haven't even dropped yet.
Dwarf balls don't drop till we're 70. I'm only 60. Right, I'm just a boy.
I knew something was up.
You were gonna make it out of this.
The dwarf medic said it'll happen to me soon, or I get out of here.
What did you call it?
The dwarf medic.
As we get closer to Morthos, I want to use my second divine sense thing
okay,
to fey, fiend, celestial, or undead.
you do get a ping of undeath in what seems to be a side hallway from the clearing that's kind of several feet in front of you.
Okay. And because I was also actively tracking with the Blood Hunter Undeath, what does that do?
Well, you're not actively tracking any specific
That's right.
creature.
Got it.
Yep.
Got it. All right. Hey, I'm sensing some undeath over here. Some undead.
Oh, excuse me.
It wasn't you.
Okay. It sneaks out, sorry.
Yeah, you haven't changed your diaper in a
Actually,
while.
Does he light up at all?
He does not.
No.
Do
I light up at all?
Interesting plot point.
You do not.
Okay.
Also
No, I
interesting plot points.
So this room, we see there's passageways going outside of this room?
So there is, as I described last week, right? You have a floor that
More things.
just put this on. So you have a floor
Yes.
that is covered with blood and gore.
Beautiful.
Is that
And
the blood I
it is
cried?
tapered. It is tapered in a kind of a downward sloped fashion towards the center. On both the east and west sides, there are these offshoot rooms that you could tell there are some broken boxes and things like that, and you surmise that it's probably some sort of a storage area, though you have not traveled in. Eli, you felt the presence of some undeath in the room to the west, or kind of in that general direction.
So I would.
Can't handle your liquor there, Eli.
No, Jake can't. Oh, it burns. I love scotch. Scotchy, scotch. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. So I tell everyone I feel.
I love lamp.
Holy crap! I tell everyone I feel
Yeah.
the
it's really
undead
bad.
presence down the west corridor.
Let's see.
Well, with that
And mature.
with that being said, Morthos will attempt to stealth to at least be able to peer around that corner.
Okay.
No, yeah, it's fine.
So Morthos, you kind of make your way up, and you see that the corner continues and curls around. You cannot see anything beyond. You'd have to go up further to see further.
All right, I will.
Okay. As you step forward, a
Sneakily.
goo from the ceiling
Oh, always look out.
falls down and covers you with acid. You take 2 points of acid damage.
And you're straight up naked now.
As you kind of rush forward and you see that there's more up there.
Well, I'm gonna stop.
Well, you've passed it now.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's,
Oh, there's more up above.
there
it.
was
I get
more
you.
kind of in that entry hallway. As you roll your stealth, please.
I think it's a plus 12, so 18.
18. You creep up and peer around the corner. As you do so, held up against the wall, you see an elvish man that's skin is stark white, and its eyes are completely covered over as if cataract, with white, yellow spots. It's missing its right hand, cut off.
Hey, I am too.
There are
I know, right?
tattered, bloody robes that are shredded. And above it, scampering on the wall, is an animated hand, which, as you kind of peer forth, its finger looks up at you.
It flips you off.
And as it does so, the man, which is kind of held against the wall, reaches up his left hand,
Can I run?
and there is a flame that emerges above your head and alights down.
On
I
me.
need-
Where
I
are we
need you.
at?
I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Yes! You only take 45 points of damage.
11.
11.
Oh,
Does it
As-
pass?
As the radiant energy
Oh, are you kidding?
explodes around
You said fire, right?
radiant energy
You
explodes.
said fire.
You did say flames.
You did say flames.
Sacred flame.
Oh.
Holy fuck.
You take 6 points of radiant fire damage.
Is that halved already?
For
I have
what?
evasion. Dexterity save.
You rolled an 11, you said?
Yeah. So if I fail, I take half. If I pass, I take nothing.
Oh, okay. So that is not halved. So that would be 2 points of
2.
radiant damage. Yep.
Much better.
Okay. Very good.
evasion.
Evasion
Right.
is sweet. Right, and as you kind of duck back around, the hand begins walking along the wall.
Creepy.
And what are you doing?
Are they open now?
I will.
I assume the rest of you guys are all kind of in here.
What?
Did we hear like the sacred flame go off and see him run through acid?
You would have seen him go through acid, yes.
I can't see him though.
Then you saw the light emerge above him, and and descend upon him, and him kind of dash back quickly.
That's not normal.
So I will.
I whisper. I use my message. Morthos, are you alive?
Yes, but whatever is over here is the scariest thing I think I've ever seen in my life.
All right. Well, should we go up there? Are you coming back down? What are you doing?
I'm going to run and actually stop and investigate where I got hit with acid. I don't want to get hit with it again. And look.
Okay. There is a section that has less acid than the rest of it, and you go ahead and roll your investigation.
Ooh, that's crappy. 11.
And you think that you probably could slip through if
And I
you
will
were
try.
intentional.
I will try to do that.
Okay, go ahead and roll an acrobatics check.
17.
As you kind of dart through the same path that you passed through before, some acid kind of falls down again, but you're able to avoid it with ease.
And I will relay to the group exactly what I saw with my eyes and what had happened to me. And did I get the feeling that the creature was actually awakening? Or was it just the hand?
Roll a insight check.
Man, I can't roll for nothing.
Smash.
It'd be a 5. I don't have much insight.
It happened so quickly, and you were so freaked out by the image of this man and hand against the wall that it was very hard to tell really anything about what was in control and what was doing what.
So Morthos is going to come out almost freaked out in a little bit and be like, it was I don't know how to. It was just the. You know that thing you did in the Tyler room where you killed all the Yaga's friends?
Never happened.
I don't know. This might be the time to try that thing again, because whatever is in there is the scariest thing I've ever come across.
Okay, let me walk up and ask him if it's okay.
I would not
Perhaps
recommend
the
that.
hand is trapping him. I agree, Wolfram.
We must shake the hand
And
then.
he attacked you. No
Maybe
questions.
mind link it from afar.
I just peered around the
Good
corner.
luck.
Next thing I know, I was getting blasted with a sacred flame.
Oh, he's not going
Okay.
to wait for us to talk to him. So
So, first of all, as we walked in here, is there any magic in this happening in this square connection area? Or within 30
You
feet?
still have detect magic active,
For 10 minutes.
and you see no magic in this square. It just seems to be an area where the blood that was spilled throughout this place was kind of collected.
Okay, I will also look down the other side of the hallway.
You see a very similar room of storage that is on the opposite side.
Okay.
It seems to be kind of the symmetrical opposite, kind of the mirror image on the other side.
And I'll walk to the edge of the room.
Of which room?
Where he just came out of. I'll stand next to him and I'll look up.
Yep, you see the acid.
It's just acid dripping from like ceiling.
It looks to be
Rocks.
some sort of, another sort of gelatinous ooze, one that is more intent on just seeking to fall and eat away at a creature rather than envelop it entirely.
So if I step back, do I think that if I force pushed it 10 feet over and over again, I could get it back on top of the thing that was launching fire from the ceiling at him?
You can certainly try.
Yeah, I'm going to step back 15 feet.
Okay.
Or whatever, and
Pew pew!
Roll your attacks.
It's been a while.
I'm trying to knock it back 20 feet.
I love that he actually says that when he shoots.
I picture it sounding just like that too.
Yes, he's doing it. It's like when-
25 and 11.
You both hit,
Sweet.
and the acid is essentially scattered and dissipated.
Oh, okay.
As
is a
you
free
do
reign.
that, and you're watching it all kind of scatter and dissipate, you see a hand crawl along the wall, out from behind, and there is a man that almost seems to be pulled along by some sort of invisible essence that is pulled out. He lifts his left hand to you, and you make a dexterity saving throw.
Well, this is a thing of nightmares.
Can I blind them?
I'm afraid of no ghost.
11.
No, he cataracts.
11's our favorite number tonight.
Dex save?
Yeah.
Okay. And so as the radiant flame alights upon you, you take 4 points of radiant damage.
I feel like this
I don't
is-
think
Can I
there's.
just shatter him right now?
I don't think there's any
I'm
negotiating.
gonna shatter
Let's
him right
kill
now.
him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your... I need to roll a save.
Yes, you
Save.
need to roll. I'm gonna do a 3rd level shatter.
So
I'm gonna say, wait!
You need to
we
roll.
don't feel like we're on
Attack the
initiative right
hand
now?
Too late.
first.
Talk to the
They're
hand.
together. They're right next to each other, right? Aren't they?
They are.
So they'll both get hit.
So talk to the hand.
be a
Okay, so you need
Let
to roll
me-
a con save.
Let me
What is
try
it?
first.
Constitution.
Con, that is
Talk
Too
to
late.
the hand.
Do you
So to
speak
be
American
reasonable.
it's a
Sign?
14.
I just
speak
got
everything.
You
attacked.
fail.
I fail.
Yeah, so I need 3 more d8s, please.
I feel like the king
This is at 3rd level.
You're
Yes.
silly. I just got attacked.
by the hands. He was being dragged along.
And he got attacked by the guy.
So,
What is the
3rd level shatter will be 48. So
Maybe
okay,
they
I'm gonna
tortured
use-
him.
I'm gonna use
Chopped
metal
off his
deck
hand.
again.
Boom.
Yes. The problem is it doesn't have a nice shiny sword attached to it, isn't it?
You weren't there for that.
Maybe he had one.
That's 21 points of damage.
I heard stories.
Both the hand and the man explode into pieces as the thunder wave overtakes them.
Guys, I took care of it.
As the pieces all fly forth, flying out, almost hitting you, Morthos, but you kind of dodge out of the way. Landing right in front of you, Eli, is a holy symbol of Palor that just rests.
You just high-fived me.
and
I
then
take it back.
and
What
then
did you just do?
Dude, he was burning us.
The hand was. I tried telling you.
Listen,
He controlled it.
you set the creature free. It's okay.
All I know is he was burning my friend, so I took care of it.
Okay.
Right?
I want to
No regrets.
it and pick it up.
Oh yeah, is it magical?
Okay.
it is
Wait,
not arcane.
All
he was a bad guy, right?
The hand
Not
was.
arcane.
I
Okay.
can't inspect it. So
Well then I'm gonna pick it up.
What is good and
So,
what is
by
bad?
way of mechanics, just so you guys understand, because he used the identify spell,
Mhm.
that's why he was able to discern both the arcane and divine nature.
Yep.
With just the detect magic ongoing, he would only be able to detect arcane.
So
Magic.
I'm gonna
learn your magic.
pick it up and he'll be never ceasing in praying here, and he's just gonna be like, oh, I hope this doesn't go poorly.
I aim my fingers at you.
And I pick it up to inspect, see if there's some insignia, a name on it. I don't know, some identifier other than being Relic of Palor.
Jeez, you guys are welcome. Saved your lives.
There is nothing inscribed on it other than the symbol of the sun, Palor. Palor's symbol.
Okay, well,
Maybe he stole it.
maybe.
Maybe
What
he
did,
was
what
trapped.
did he look like?
Roll a investigation.
I saw him. He was clearly a priest.
12.
12. He was clearly a priest. His destroyed robes are now sundered,
We still don't know that. Only him.
and you do see in one of the creases very
At least it's not
almost
a whole
where
town.
the symbol was kind of forged and pressed together. You do see a stamp, which roll a history check. Very small, almost like it was kind of chiseled in.
Do I have advantage on this history check because it's relating to something Palor?
No, it's
I'm trying.
history. I know you are. It's history for something else.
Okay,
It's not arcane in history, or I'm sorry, religious history.
gotcha. Ooh, that's good. 24.
Nice.
It is the same symbol that you saw out of the windows in the top tower of Thalavar, the House of Thalavar that you just were in Lylon. That was in the temple to Lathander.
Perfect.
That was there.
Okay.
So that does that mean we were able to walk into the room, or did that like blast out towards him? Towards us?
It kind of the thunderous cacophony boom kind of blew that out towards you.
Speaking of which, I walk up to the dwarf and say, "Holy cripe!
They don't mess with me.
One of them dropped just now, didn't it?"
The pitch of the shadow was like really high, then went super low all of a sudden.
Ew.
So
That only counts as 1.5. I still have 0, but
I'm gonna like dust it off and clean it off, and I'm gonna put it in a pocket.
Okay, very good.
did I just kill your friend?
Well, what else was in there, Morthos?
I'm afraid that this
I
was the
didn't-
man I was supposed to try to save.
Well, why didn't you save him?
You're right, Kendrick. I must act faster next time.
All right. Well, how about you go in there and investigate then?
Maybe we should start
Don't
asking
do
more
that.
questions.
Wait. Was that the thing that hurt you?
It was.
Okay. Are we good to go then?
I
Or is there
believe-
more?
Let's
I-
go.
The only thing I saw is that I've never seen.
Let's go
anything
check
like
it
that
out.
before.
Carry on, Morthos.
Perhaps
As
he was
they're
learning
deciding
something?
what to do, we're going to do our first giveaway for the
Give
evening.
away!
And so we are first going to give away, and I forgot to mention this at the beginning, but we're going to give away this Spirit Folk Fighter. It's like an elf fighter. It's really cool. It's from one of the older sets. I think it's the Underdark set. Anyway, we're going to give that and this Orc Raider. We're going to give these two away, and in a little bit we'll also give away 2 minis from the newest set, Valos and Mordenkainen's Foes, which just came out. So we'll give those away in a little bit. But this is what we're going to give away right now.
Your new
And-
motto. That's sweet.
Type in !Smote, S-M-O-T-E. That's !Smote, and we will randomly choose one of the entrants to have a chance at winning these 2 minis, this elf and this orc. !Smote, and you can have a chance at winning. Scooby-Doo will let you know who the winner is, and we'll get your address to get these minis out to you. All right, so !Smote if you would like your chance at winning the elf and the orc. What are you guys doing?
Morthos is moving ahead again.
Sure. Still a little shaky.
Moving in which direction?
I will
I'm gonna move into the room and I'll.
I will stay
investigate the
10
room.
feet behind him and follow him.
I'm gonna go with him.
Okay, so you guys are moving into this
I'll
room.
keep my eyes open,
It's a party.
looking
I'm
at
going
the
to.
ceiling and the walls for
Yes,
magic.
I'd like to be
and for
investigating
items.
as I'm.
And
as
I'm
for
helping him
traps.
investigate.
Please roll a.
And I'm just looking over their
Investigation
shoulders as they're like
Oh,
this-
that's better. 25.
So you now that the green slime has been dealt with,
18.
and you have dissolved the other foes,
The good guy.
you see several dry, rotten crates that are scattered about the inside of the room.
Ooh.
You see a pile of skeleton bones just kind of all jumbled together. And as you look through and pick through everything, you do see that several of these crates had what seemed to be ingredients in them for all manner of spells or rituals, things of that nature. And with, you said a
25.
25, you are able to find 2 vials that are not shattered. And one of them is both of them actually look to hold some form of salt. One is like a light bluish color salt,
Celtic sea salt.
and
Delicious.
It is.
and the vial is kind of cold to the touch. And the other has a kind of a deep purplish salt in it,
Ah,
which is a little bit. It's a very strange sensation. It's not cold, but it's almost like just instantly numbing to the touch.
do they match descriptions that I've read before in my
They do match descriptions. given the journal of herbalism ingredients that you took from the Mayor of Dead Men, these would match the descriptions of void salts and frost salts.
Ooh.
Wolfram, do you know what these are?
As I'm holding a book up and looking through it. Yes, it could be very useful for us. Shall I put it in my pocket?
What is it first?
Oh, well, we could make potions of healing or potions of arcane recovery. I'll close the book and put it away.
You also find a scroll that is tucked away in a tiny tube that is in the midst of several other torn and tattered papers. And as you gently pull it out and look at it, you see that this is a scroll of invisibility.
Is there any beehive husk or troll fat? Or glowing green lichen?
You see none of that in this space.
Whatever. Seems like you weren't planned or prepared.
Can I read that? Can I read that real quick?
No.
There is another room on the other side.
Let's go.
Well,
Or
I
straight.
didn't see it.
Or straight.
Do we go that way,
Is it-
or that way, or that
by
way?
chance any sort of ritual?
It is a scroll. Would you like to read it? I'll let you read it.
Oh, very useful.
Yes, you do not need it.
Correct.
Alright, guys, I promise I won't be so quick to shatter things this time around.
All right. Well, do we clear out the other one? We're systematically clearing
Yes.
out
Might
this
as well.
basement.
Might as well.
Something we didn't do at our own basement last time.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we check this side? I feel more confident
Yeah,
now.
but maybe you check the opening again for I don't know lava or.
Yeah, I think we
something.
are going to check everything first.
So you stand at the threshold of the room and you roll your investigation.
Which is a 19.
There's more green slime on the ceiling.
Hey guys, slime on the ceiling.
I'm gonna
Run
radiant
past
blast it.
Birdman, blast
Roll your
it.
attack.
Pew pew! I do it while looking down.
Reading.
12 is one, and the other one was 11.
So whereas Wolfram's blast kind of scattered it with the force of its energy, Sola, your radiant blasts just sear it and dissolve it away.
What?
You guys proceed forward. Are you
Checking
going
for traps.
stealthily? What are you doing?
Oh, I'm going to stealth into that room. But
Okay,
I'm going
roll
to
your-
check for traps
roll
as
your
I'm
stealth.
moving.
Checking for traps as you're going.
My stealth is 30.
Okay, and your perception?
8.
Be a 15.
15. As you creep up along the edge of the wall, kind of like you did before, as you get up to its edge, you hear a click underneath your foot. But you hear it and anticipate it just in time to duck as a blade comes across your head and slams into the wall above you
That would have hurt.
as you avoid the
Goes
scythe
over
that
his head.
went to decapitate you. You peer into the room and there is nothing seemingly of threat beyond that. There are more boxes and things, just like the other side, all
Guys,
scattered.
I think this one's clear. We can come look at it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. Still trying to look for the missing hairs on my head.
Can one come
I'll
out
follow
with
Making
his
sure my
way
horns
over
are still
Cover's head?
Just walking like
'Eldritch walks forward.
8 foot over.
Just, I'll follow behind him, just keeping out for anything that looks like arcane is showing up.
I will make another investigation check for the boxes that are in there.
Okay, go ahead and roll your investigation
I want to help him.
with advantage.
Is anything glowing
That would be an 18.
before he looks?
What's the
30,
depth?
30 foot.
No, what
Ooh.
like how far can that go through? Like if it's
Oh.
covered.
deep is your love?
I know the presence of magic within 30 feet.
Within 30 feet. Okay. So you do detect another bit of magic. It is necromancy.
I'll just let him keep going.
Okay. And you rolled. What'd you roll?
18.
18.
18. And seeing more papers, you immediately begin rifling through those, and that's the same spot that you detect.
That's I move closer to you.
And you pull out.
You got the last one.
You pull out another scroll. This is not rolled up and in a tube like the last one. It looks kind of hastily scrawled, but arcane. And as you kind of use your training from Master Domenche to kind of read the script, you see that it is a cantrip of Toll the Dead.
Oh. Useful that.
I immediately open up my dagger and shove it in, close it.
Okay, very good.
This will come in handy.
Beyond that, with an 18, you don't find anything else.
I saw
I hate it
that.
when you say that.
Can I mention something to you real quick?
Yes, what would you like to mention?
Here in the dungeon of an undead, probably Sith Lord, when you cast that kind of a spell on them, most of the time it doesn't do very much, so perhaps the other scroll you had in previously would be better.
Well, I can have up to 3, so I can pick.
Well, you never revealed that to me. That is
What was
fancy.
he up the other hallway while they're in there?
Very
And I'm just standing
fancy.
Yes,
So you kind of
see,
look up
see
and
the
you
3
see-
buttons? I pick which one
You
I want.
see to the edge of your vision, which is the orb that you
I'm
carry,
impressed.
kind of just disappears into darkness as the hallway continues forth.
Should we go this way now? Morty,
Why do I have
you're getting a
to
lot of
be
work
service?
today.
All right.
Come on, Morty.
I'm going to continue my investigating for traps.
You're doing a great
Perception for
job.
traps, whichever one it is. Investigating.
Go ahead and roll your investigation.
I'll be like 5 steps behind him.
Could someone help me?
Yes.
Can I give him bardic inspiration?
Yes.
Too late for this check.
It's 12.
Okay. As you are intentionally looking at the ground, knowing that there were pressure
Yep.
plates in the previous hall, and as you're going through, what you don't see is the sigil on the side of the hallway that you pass in front of. And as it goes off, with you 5 feet behind him, I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Look.
We're going down the hall.
Yeah,
They were going down the hall.
Okay.
I fail.
we're getting it.
15.
15. Eli, you take 8 fire damage as a small bout of explosive flame goes forth. Eli, or Morthos, you make your save, so you take no damage.
Nothing.
It's a fire sigil.
Sorry, Eli.
Which is now
I
gone.
I missed it.
I think it's gone now.
I come up and I'm pouring water on him. I got you, buddy. But it's an excessive amount. Like he's not drenched.
Thanks, man.
No worries.
Alright, you
Squish,
continue down
squish.
the hall.
Down, keep looking.
There are no further traps that you find or come across, though you do see at the edge of your vision another room that seems to jut off to the left.
So,
And beyond that, there is just further darkness.
I will relay that and then attempt to stealth down to the edge to be able to peer around.
Okay. As you stealth up to that room, you do come to the, in your vision, the end of the hall.
The hall.
And there is another room that has just there's no doorway. It just opens up into another room. Roll perception.
25.
As you look into that room, you see the ground again covered with blood, but there is also an odd kind of blue shimmer around the doorway. That's at the
Alright,
end
what
of the hall.
about going to the...
As you come to the edge of the one to your left, you kind of stop and peek your head in.
Yeah.
Roll stealth, please.
I'm standing further back now.
Is that a 19? That's great. That's like a 31.
As you very carefully peek your head in and observe, you see a square room with large carved skulls all around.
It's pretty normal. Yeah. This is how I would decorate my house if I were
Definitely.
a necromancer.
You're not a necromancer, are you?
At the center of the room,
Don't worry about it.
you see a
I haven't seen your
large
house yet.
pile of
Me neither.
what can only be described as
Skulls.
knickknacks.
Paddywhack.
Give a dog a bone. And there are things like cups and utensils and books and jewelry and all manner of items that are just piled up in the center. And hovering above it, hovering above the center of this like weird kind of grated table that this stuff is all heaped upon, is a small beholder. Smaller than the one that was in
The tower.
the tower, but larger than the gazers that you originally came across in the sewers beneath Waterdeep. So it's kind of in between. And it's got 4 stalks that come out from either side with one central eye. And the eyes are all kind of looking at each other as the stalks are kind of like looking, and it's just kind of muttering unintelligibly under its breath as it's just hovering over this pile of items.
Alright, so I will sneak my way back to the
Good.
group. Guys, in this the room, there is a beholder. It's not as big as the one that was in the tower, but it is definitely larger than some of the ones we have seen in the past.
What's it doing?
It is
Holding.
it's on top of like there are all these knickknacks
Shatter
on the ground,
first, ask questions later.
Oh wait, time
and
out.
all of its its eyes that are just looking at itself, kind of mumbling, but he is just standing
We
on
picked
top
up
of
those
these.
knickknacks, right?
I have an idea.
Yes.
Maybe we could bribe it so we don't have to kill it.
Let me use my message and convince it that I'm a spirit that's haunting it, to get it to leave and freak out.
Never
Hey.
heard that plan before.
Never.
So,
That would work.
do you remember in the
That's what I'm
tower?
trying.
The tower, what we learned about gazers and beholders and what they do?
The gaze in the
They're
hole,
very
what else is
committed
there
to
know?
whatever they're
Yeah,
doing.
they're
Yes,
usually,
but
yes.
committed to their master.
Or the object with which they are protecting.
But who commanded it to protect?
You know what?
Let me go in there myself.
You have at it.
Go ahead, dwarf.
I'm gonna...
Throw
I want to
your
watch.
stuff.
Guys, I'm gonna put this out there. We picked up
Not a good
knickknacks.
idea.
Maybe we could lure it away with knickknacks. Or, plan B, we let him do the message thing, which won't work.
How about I do
but
this?
we
I
could
say,
try it.
how about I message it and I say, "Oh, look at this! A nice new knickknack!" And then once it comes out, we rush in there. You know,
Ready,
I'm just
break.
gonna take the back. All right,
Go for
you guys
it.
take the lead.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
I also will tell them about the other door with the blue shimmer, and tell them that the other passageway, I could not see in very well, but the door has some type of blue shimmer around it as well.
Ooh, shiny.
So you know that potentially means that there is something blocking that entrance way.
Right.
Let's say.
Do we want to try the message thing?
Yep.
Do you think that he's waiting for his master to come back?
Either that or he's protecting his knickknack pile.
The master's knickknack.
No. He's the dungeon boss. Let's kill him.
Maybe I should
Go
try
with
to
your
get-
message. Let's
Maybe I
see
should
what
try to
happens.
get to a different place and lure him away with the.
Perhaps
message.
we bring the knickknacks to outside of the hallway.
Kind of leading him away.
Right.
Ooh, piece
Like
of candy.
cereal.
Hey, put your
Yes.
breadcrumbs down.
Just curiosity, why the heck don't we just kill it?
Well, right now.
Well, we
trying to
befriended
think.
the last beholder, and it seemed quite useful. So we might as well try to.
So far, yeah. I'm actually in agreement here. This one's not threatening yet. If we can get out of here without having to kill it, that's one less thing we have to
Alright,
fight.
well, let me go talk to it. Let's all go.
Just go walk in front and see if he hurts you.
Okay,
Stay
so
behind the wall.
what's your order?
No boy.
I'll go first. I'll talk to it.
Wait, are we getting?
I'll be immediately
You gotta be
Are we
right
getting
behind
the
me.
nicknames?
right?
behind him.
We're going this way first. We're
Behind,
gonna see what happens.
behind him.
Wait, don't we have him?
Remember, we have
I
knickknacks order.
have a hand on him, and at any moment I feel like he's in danger, I'm gonna pull and throw him back.
Got it.
What kind of knicknacks do we have?
The rest
We
of
don't
you?
know yet.
So I can know what to tell it.
I'll be
Marthos,
at the back.
Marthos, what kind of knickknacks
I've got
do we
you.
have?
Thank you.
I don't have any knickknacks.
Well, as soon as he mentions the door,
Morty, I thought we were turning over a new leaf here.
I'll be on the wall that the door is on. The blue shimmer.
I need you to cooperate
You
here.
told us the
That would
secret.
require you
I
to
mean,
pass the open hallway to the spectator to get to the door. The
You mean
door,
the knickknacks
shimmer is
from
across from that hall?
the shimmer is like.
Oh,
up
never
here.
mind. Gotcha.
Yep,
I
it's
have
at the
them.
end.
Gotcha.
but not the other ones.
Maybe I killed his master.
You may have. Maybe don't lead with
Doubtful.
I'm just standing there with all
So
the
you-
knickknacks I took from the sarcophagi.
that.
You
Bard.
mean these?
Yes, those.
What?
Trying to
I don't
be
know what you're talking
convincing.
about.
I don't know what they're talking about. I have
What is-
nothing.
Get in there.
Alright, let's go. I
Yeah,
poke my head
slap
around.
him on the
I look
ass.
around and go, hey, how are ya? How you doing? Is this a bad time? You got a few minutes?
Welcome to die! As a ray extends forth and shoots at you.
But only my head's poking around.
Only your head's
So it's a
poking
small
around.
target.
It auto hits you.
Oh. So it's a
And
headshot.
I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Can I use cutting words, please?
It's a save, it's not an attack.
A wisdom save?
You better pass this.
Yep.
Yeah, well, Kudrik's not the wisest.
Yes, hence
Apparently.
his plan.
Okay. Well, that was worth a try.
Please roll well. Wait, you have an advantage.
Didn't use it.
14.
14. As you are hit with this purplish silver ray,
I'm dead.
you are overcome and clouded with your worst fears. You are a
They never drop. That's right.
and you hear this ringing laughter as you are compelled to flee as far as you can, as fast as you can away. So Kildrick immediately goes back and runs to flee as
Yawning,
you
go ahead.
grab onto him. I need you to roll a dexterity
roll.
save.
Dexterity
Against-
save?
Yep, against your strength save.
Okay. That is a 24.
That's the best you've ever rolled.
I want to use my advantage, but I'm
He
not
just
going.
neos through the air past him.
25.
That's awesome.
And so as Kildrick turns, you grab onto
Just see
him,
legs fluttering in the air.
and he's kind of like a kid that doesn't want to be picked up. He like immediately like throws his hands up,
Go, Jello!
and you like no, and you grab onto him and kind of pick him up in midair as he's like trying to squirm out. And you just hold him there as he's squirming, and you just hear him muttering to himself, "They're gonna drop! They're gonna drop! They're gonna drop!" And he is held. I need you all to roll initiative.
Even me?
Even you, yes.
Oh!
Better than not.
Munch docked.
Nat 20, babe.
Alright.
Okay, so 21 to 26.
24.
Okay, Eli at 24. Anyone else?
Eli likes to go first.
I do.
16 to 20.
19.
Oh boy.
15 for Morthos.
1-2 punch.
Anyone else? Okay. 6 to 15. I'm sorry, 11 to 15.
15.
13 for Kildrick.
Kildrick, you have 4 advantages.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, how many do I have? 3.
I didn't use it
All
at all.
right.
Sola
I
has
have 4
4.
too, Sola.
I do.
We also have 4 disadvantages, right?
I think he puts
No.
it for
I'm-
him.
yeah.
I'm 12.
It's a 0.
Lost my.
Oh.
It says the current
Yeah.
DM disadvantage counts 4.
What? No way.
No,
It is.
oh,
No,
DM
it is.
advantage.
DM advantage?
The advantage
0.
is 4. There's 0. Disadvantage is 4.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, so we're gonna win.
Good to know.
We're going to need.
So, Kildrick, you had a 15.
I don't know, the
13.
boss one's still
13.
listening out yet.
Jaga, where were you?
12.
12.
Yanni had the 15.
All right, Wolfram?
3.
Sola?
6.
Did you roll a 1?
Yeah.
So did I.
Nice.
And Yanni?
15.
You had a 15 as well.
On your initiative?
Yeah.
Okay, very
Oh
good.
no.
Yes,
Yeah, I.
Monk.
I think
Sorry.
Super monk.
Good 15, yeah?
I
you
had
say
15,
welcome?
yes.
Yep, okay, so Eli, you watch as Kildrick kind of pokes his head out, says hello. You hear this weird greeting and then laughter as Kildrick turns and runs away.
And Yanni's picked him up and he's still like, they've got
He's
to drop.
trying to like wiggle out of his hands, yeah.
So I wanna, for my action, I'm gonna say a quick prayer, light up my hand, and the power of Palor compels you, and punch him right in the chest like
Me?
Aegis did. Yeah, with laying on hands
Laying on hands.
to see if it's if I can cure a disease or neutralize an effect,
Okay?
poison affecting the creature.
Right, as you lay on hands and it overwhelms his body, you feel a calm that takes you, but it does not dispel the fear that you are overwhelmed with. And so this is not a poison. This is a status effect. Good try. You're learning. You're being reminded how this
Wait, so I'm
divine
calm,
power works
I'm
within
calm
you.
but afraid?
You feel the calm touch, but it isn't strong enough to overwhelm this fear of inadequacy.
And then under my breath, I'm just like, I always wanted to punch him in the chest.
But taking
Morthos, you are up.
That was just for flavor.
Morthos will, he's basically going to move 15 feet up, turn around, hit the button on his blade, and he's going to acid splash him.
Okay, what's the range on Ashen Splash?
30 feet.
Acid splash?
I'll have to, if I have to move in, oh, hold on. Yeah.
Right there. Throw knickknacks at him.
Okay, so as you turn in
No, it didn't work.
and step through,
Oh, you know what?
there's another sigil that explodes,
Oh, great.
and you roll your dex save.
23.
No damage. As you are able to
Rogues, man.
hear it more than see it, as you hear this kind of explosive aura to your left, you dodge out of the way, and because Kildrick is around the corner, he isn't touched by this, and you burst forth the acid splash. I need
Oh,
to.
darn. Acid splash at 60-foot range anyway, but that's alright. I got rid of the sigil with no damage.
That's right. Way to clear the room.
Attaboy!
And so do I need to roll a save, or is that an attack on you?
It says you just have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Natural 20.
So you pass.
Okay, and so no damage is done. And that's my third one tonight. Woo! And I just got an advantage. Thank you, Veneration Greco.
Your next roll is disadvantage.
That's a good one.
It is now the enemy's turn.
Oh no,
Was your turn done?
Yes, I moved
You move
back.
back. Okay. It is now Yanni's turn.
The enemy's not doing anything.
You don't see anything. You're around the corner.
Ooh, do we hear anything?
Is there?
You don't. He's floating in the air. Actually, you do. You hear a.
I take Kildrick and put him underneath my armpit like this, and then I say, "Knock it off!" and I give him a little slap on the face.
Okay.
And then I move 15 feet out.
So north.
Yeah, north. I'm gonna like right around the corner.
Okay, here.
No, I just need to go straight. I just want to.
Here.
Yep.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna shoot a lightning bolt.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack.
Lightning bolt?
A storm bolt. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
That is a crit fail.
Okay. Roll your d20, please.
Still?
Yes.
About to chain it into more
13.
I'm in the
13.
It grounds to Kildrick.
It might
Grounds right through Kildrick's face.
I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
You throw Kildrick at the
shock me out of it.
Do I see this coming?
This is as you go and try to hold him and make the blast at the same time, you hit some residual blood that's crusted on the floor and your foot begins to give way as you're trying to hold Kildrick.
10.
And you both fall prone.
Cool.
As you fall prone,
Do it.
who wants to be odd and who wants to be even?
I'll be odds.
I'll
Odds.
be evens then.
Okay? It is a 19.
Yanni.
So, Yanni, I need you to make a... Let me roll d4.
Don't do this.
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, you're good.
Oh.
No, wisdom saving throw.
You already said it.
Yep, wisdom. No, it's the same.
It's like chess. You took your hand off the piece.
Okay, roll
No,
strength saving
no.
throw.
Wisdom.
It's just really
Do it
hard to
for
pass
real.
now.
Do it for
Strength saving throw. Go ahead.
No, do wisdom.
No, do wisdom now.
Yeah,
I don't
do
like that smile.
I don't know. I didn't say anything.
As this reddish.
Can I inspire him though
This,
I'm
You
afraid?
cannot. You're
I'm gonna
as
use-
this, and you are screaming as he is taking you closer to the object of your fear. This tiny little ball that is floating above and is not dropping down. It is just floating up.
Which one? Which one is it?
I technically
use my advantage.
it would be wisdom. Yep.
Okay, 15.
15. As the fear overtakes you, you too must now run as your greatest fear overwhelms you, and you see the image of your mother
I'm his mother.
and your father being dissolved and drowned in the waters of your home by large cloud giants that are just laughing at you.
Whoa.
That is terrible.
This is way scarier.
I'm scared in real life now.
And you stand
No, Mom! No, Dad!
You stand back up, you drop Kildrick, and you begin running. What's your full speed?
Oh, 45.
You are off the map down the hallway as you run away. Okay, it is now Kildrick's turn as you make another wisdom save.
I love this.
Okay. 7.
And you chase off after Yanni. You two are now off the map as you move and then double dash
What is
away.
going on here?
All right,
Adios, boys.
it is now Jaga's turn.
Well.
All that has just happened.
Yeah.
You got this.
You made no
I knocked
openings
them all over as
whatsoever.
I'm running by.
Strike.
I don't know what to do. I will just run across to the other side.
Yes. Wolfram's plan exactly.
Okay, you get to the other side. You see the creature hovering there, very much like Nazruk, except with less eye stalks and much smaller. Maybe the size of a beach ball. And it's just got this eerie kind of smile as its 4 eye stalks are kind of floating, looking straight ahead, but does not take a shot at you.
I'll try to ask him, what is your purpose, creature?
Howdy-ho!
Make a
You answered none of my questions.
And it is now Sola's turn.
I'm gonna grab one of Morthos's knickknacks that he's holding out in his hands. And I'm gonna yell, "We have a peace offering!" and just kind of like sidearm it in to the beholder.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your just roll a dex. Add your dex to your roll.
It's a charisma.
Can I just add a dodge action at the end of it?
Crit!
Natural 20?
Yep.
So
So 28.
what knick-knack do you grab?
What knickknacks do
You
we
have
have?
4 advantages.
I don't know.
Who
You
does?
have to ask the
You,
DM what
me?
knickknacks I
What
have.
Got you that.
knickknacks do we
4
have?
total now.
Aren't they expensive?
Who gives you that?
Scooby Doo.
Thank
would you do that?
Scooby-Doo.
One is plenty.
WTF, brah?
Why the face?
Okay, and so this knickknack lands directly
Oh, it doesn't matter what knickknacks you have.
next
Okay.
to the table with all the
The
rest on it.
shiniest one.
One of the eye stalks looks down at it and then looks back up to you, and there's a big smile on its face.
Will you let go of our friends now? Drop the fear that they have.
Roll a persuasion check.
Nice.
4.
18.
More.
I'm gonna take 2 more of Morthos' knickknacks.
That's your turn.
Okay.
It is now Wolfram's turn.
It's all out loud so everybody hears.
Use all 4 of mine to cancel myself. It's an advantage off.
He got a cross.
He did.
Should I drink it with my sword?
I'm going to move 30
That
feet
worked.
forward.
Don't do that. It did not go well with the Minotaurs.
And I'll stroll at a regular old pace. I'm not fully past. And I realize that it looks like Eli's about to start moving. I'll go pew pew and knock him back into the wall.
Okay, make your attacks.
Hopefully.
Just give it knickknacks! Come on, guys!
17 for one.
Does not hit.
25.
Hits. Roll your damage.
17 didn't hit. That's rude.
That's rude. How dare you?
Well, from-
13 and 10 feet back diagonal.
Okay, as he is smiling, asking for more, Wolfram nonchalantly walks up, looks at it,
James
and just
Bond.
blasts it with his 2 attacks. One of them, it's able to
Why?
dodge out of the way.
You heard everything.
The second one
You
hits
did.
it
It was all
square
loud.
in its smiling face as 2 of its jagged teeth go flying, and it is knocked back 10 feet, slams into the wall, and the look on its face immediately just growls with anger.
Don't mess with my friends.
Eli,
I like it.
you're up.
Thanks for sticking up with
So-
Oh yeah.
I'm
How is this thing?
I'm just looking at you like there was
I'll
an
give it
easier,
more crap.
there was an easier. We're freaking throwing pocket watches at it. There was an easier way out of this.
Fake Rolexes.
Don't tell him it's fake.
Jake's not angry. That's Eli's response. Just so you know.
Molly's angry.
Screw this thing.
I'm whatever you do.
So I'm gonna peek my head around the corner and I'm going to mutter another prayer and point my sword at it, and I'm going to guiding bolt at it.
Okay,
Wait.
roll your attack. Are you using an advantage or rolling straight?
I only have 1 internet, so I'm not going to use it yet because I'm afraid of what's behind that barrier.
Okay,
19.
hits. Go ahead and roll your damage. As this scorching, radiant bolt of energy emerges from nowhere and crashes into
That's a
this
good roll.
creature, its entire body begins to glow with radiant energy. As the next attack against it will have advantage.
20 damage.
And it is seared and screaming "Ah!" as one of its eye stalks gets singed and kind of falls dead to its side. Paralysis ray is gone.
Use the bendy elbow.
Gross. How about the fear one?
All right,
That's
Morthos, you're up.
So with that, with seeing Eli just make his attack, Morthos will
Eli just reaches.
the bendy elbow.
That's exactly it. I didn't even have to look. Just around the corner.
That looks so wrong, dude.
Oh, wow.
No, stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Yeah.
This is a make-believe game!
It's not meant to be so scary in real life.
I love it.
All right, Morthos, what you doing, brother?
All right, Morthos is going to run around and just run straight towards
like,
him.
what?
He will take a dash action
Stab it.
right up to him, and he will cast Booming Blade.
Roll your attack.
Oh.
You have advantage because he
And I
is.
critted.
Oh,
See all the dice coming.
okay.
There's the sneak
As
attack
you
dice.
are furious that
There's
this
the attack dice.
creature
The right choice.
There's
this
the Booming Blade
creature-
dice.
is messing with your friends, and it has sent them fleeing. You are done with this. You rush up and you cast your thunderous blade inside of its mouth as you pierce it straight in the eye, and the blade explodes. Let's see how much damage you do so you can end this.
24.
The holders can be our friends,
Well,
guys.
That's the
Not
most
this one.
ridiculous thing ever.
Not when they're dead.
You're like Frodo.
This one
trying to
could have
convince
been
yourself that Gollum was
convinced,
good.
not a friend.
Hey, Gollum was
Do I
originally
need
a
to?
good
This is
person,
the.
Tried to kill him.
Without Gollum,
but he
the ring would have
was
survived.
originally
So,
not a bad guy.
Sorry, just saying.
What'd you roll?
42 magical damage, and then 6 booming blade.
As the explosion issues forth, its entire head just explodes like a pumpkin. The teeth, the eye stalks, the central eye all just are splattered against the wall and cover you with ichor, and you just kind of wipe it off as the room is
I'm
now
not there.
He
clear.
spits and goes,
I
well, howdy
immediately-
hey.
As the fear within each of you subsides,
And I'm like, why are we holding each other?
Get off me.
You didn't do what you did to Soul.
I immediately kind of just like pound a wall and put my
Tell
head
her
on
about
it,
your
and I go,
balls
Salune,
dropping."
it is so difficult to keep the light and find it with this team. Please grant me greater patience.
I hear that and I say, the light sometimes isn't always black or white. And I keep
What?
walking.
The light is
That's
never
right.
sometimes
That's what I say.
Well, while
We
we're
out
here,
of combat. I'd like to.
the knickknacks.
I'd like to investigate the knickknacks.
That's some of that old man wisdom, you know?
Oh. All right, well, roll your investigation. Morthos, are you're assisting in the
Yes.
ally? Go ahead and roll with advantage.
24.
Okay, so you go through this pile, and
My tower
much
fell.
of it, as I said, are
24.
rusty kitchen implements. There's a portion of an old iron stove. There's broken glass, shredded cloth.
Totally worth blowing him up.
An iron stove? This thing's watching a cast iron pot?
Yeah, but now we have one.
Now he had it. Now it's ours.
Just trying to cook some dinner.
Is anything glowing?
We didn't have one
Is
before.
anything magical?
You do find
That's true.
what you think may be of value. You do find a gold bracelet.
Ooh.
Very plain, but gold.
Noise.
You find 2 carved statues which look like they're carved out of bones,
Black lights.
depicting imps in flight.
Ooh, cool.
You find, most interestingly, well, yes, to you, Morthos, a golden locket containing a painting of a beautiful tiefling woman. You open it.
And it blows up.
Roll insight check, Eli, because you're assisting him and helping him.
Sure it's not perception?
Insight.
Okay. Actually, wait. I still just want to read.
That's for
That's
perception.
the wrong thing. It's perception.
Yeah.
True.
Insight?
Yep.
18.
You notice the breath catches in Morthos' throat as he opens up the locket and quickly closes it. Morthos, you see a picture of a beautiful tiefling woman who has the exact same coloration, kind of an orangish brown as you. And it looks like you, except as a woman.
He's a twin.
So, I see that.
There is a name written underneath it that just says Pixis, Pixys.
So, I see that, and I just want to make eye contact with him. And I'll...
Totally
Wolfram,
see all
you
of
see
it.
all of it.
Yanni and I
guys
come back
doing?
up the stairs now.
But do I
You
see any?
guys, as the fear subsides, you continue to hold hands for a moment, and then kind of like keep holding hands as you walk
I get back
forward.
up the top. I'm sorry you guys had to hear that.
Except for he's not walking. I'm swinging him
Like a toddler.
like a toddler.
Is the cast iron stove glowing in magic? Right
There is nothing in this pile that is glowing magical. Detect magic lasts 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That has now subsided.
What? There's a huge hallway.
You've taken your time to inspect and investigate the two side rooms, and
Alright, so nothing in this
So-
room is glowing.
Onto the glowing blue doorway.
Yeah, that'll go well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be careful. Solo.
Alright, you know what? I learned my lesson. I'm
I
scattering
ain't
it.
afraid of anything. I ain't scared.
It's okay.
I'm screwed now.
That's what happens when you
This
talk
didn't
first.
turn
I'm
the way
scared.
you wanted it, but
I
it's
ain't scared
okay.
of no ghost.
Just
Actually, I don't want ghosts.
how are we good?
I'm not sure what your problem is. Two of our pals got knocked to the ground, and
Well, that was my fault.
one was crying about his parents dying to something, and one
Whoa,
really
don't,
has
you don't have to bring that up.
really has daddy issues.
Not sure that we're good. He attacked me the first time.
Yeah, I
He burned
don't.
our friends.
Listen, be reasonable on top of being good, and maybe we'll make progress.
I'd like to point out he did not attack me. Sola, I admire your ability to see the good in all things, no matter how ugly they are. Even Wolfram.
Thank you, Draga.
No problem.
I needed that reminder. I was getting quite peeved at him.
I'm sorry I killed your friend.
I can
I
understand.
must see the light in him as
Sola,
well.
I always
Right.
have your back.
I'm gonna teach you some
Just as
prayers.
I yours.
I'm gonna teach you some prayers that Ordo Lux taught me when we're done here. Help you through this trying time.
3, 2, 1.
So,
And as you say-
1, 2, 3.
if I had known,
What
I
the
would
heck
not have killed the old
Is
man.
bothering me.
What was that?
I did not know he was your mission.
Never heard of
Else I wouldn't have blasted him to pieces.
I was unsure as well.
I thought it was funny.
Well, to be fair, we don't actually know if that was her
Listen,
mission.
I'm sorry. I
It's
saw a
true.
hand burning my friends. I wanted to kill it.
Yeah, that seemed to be more of a threat than the one we just murder-lated. But
Also,
yeah,
I
right.
walk up to Morthos and I say,
If you'd seen what I
"Sweet strike, dude."
Sola, as you
dynamic
kind
we
of
have on this
muttered
team.
this prayer of frustration to Salune, you get the sense. Roll a religion check. See what you get the sense of.
That's my bad dice today. Oh, that's also my bad dice today. A 2!
You get the sense that she's not listening.
Just
Can I
like
help
the rest
her
of
with
your
that?
party members.
All right, Morthos is going to continue down the hall,
I'm really gonna
looking
teach you
for
some Ordo Lux prayers.
traps
Show me that door.
towards
So
the
the hall
door,
continues about another 20 feet before you get to the
the glowy
shimmering
door,
doorway.
shimmering door.
I'll stay up with Morthos.
Who wants to go in first?
He wants to blast it.
What
Perhaps a bird shall go in
What do you
first.
make of this doorway?
Oh, I don't like this room.
It's
The
like
big empty room.
it's like blue, like plasma, like a.
Like a jail.
We're gonna get trapped.
What is the blue there?
Keeping something in.
Blue shimmer.
There is a blue shimmer that outlines the doorway all the way to the ceiling.
Is there, I'm gonna look around, are there any like buttons or levers or anything to kind of disable the shimmer?
So you've kind of stepped up to it. You're
Stepped up is a. Yeah, no, that's fine.
So what's happening?
Oh yeah, I'm behind Morthos.
okay. Roll your investigation.
Morthos, you helping me?
I'll help her.
I'll help Morthos.
How about that?
No, you go.
No, you go.
20.
Please.
Oh wait, 28.
Nice.
There are no buttons, no levers. As you look in, you see skulls similar to the previous room that are around. You see broken crates, skeletons, and that's it.
Do I feel like energy coming off of this shimmer? Does it feel like energized?
Touch it and
Yes.
find out.
Absolutely.
What you eat up, we'll tell you about it. I want to do my
Wolfram,
last.
I think you need to get in here.
I'm standing behind Morthos. I'm right behind
Right
you.
behind me.
The last,
Okay.
sense undead thing. I want to
Should
use my last
I-
one.
Do you have like a cancel
You-
magic spell?
Strangely detect nothing
It's in the
from the
burden
room.
first, see if anything
Yeah,
happens.
It almost seems to be like an empty space.
A magic
Well,
window.
there might not be something alive in there. What about something undead?
Are you
I
getting
can
anything?
track that. That's what I was checking for.
Well, then never mind.
All right,
Door's probably
I-
blocking it.
I put my
It's a
mouth
dimension, just
close
like
to
a
the
basement.
wall and I say, "Hello in there." Do I hear echoes or anything? Does it sound like the sound is going in the room or bouncing off of this thing?
You don't hear any echoes.
Interesting.
Yep. Do you remember in our basement, and this is kind of very similar, how the final room where we let all the
I
Oni
know.
out was in a pocket
In a
dimension?
pocket
Do
dimension.
you think it could be that?
Dude, it kind of that reminds me. Is actually that's a good point. Is it a very similar shimmer to what we saw in our basement?
So in your basement, it was kind of opaque. You could not see through
right,
in any
straight.
way.
Yep.
This is clear, transparent. You see the entire room. It's just completely empty.
Is it? Well, do we have a minute for me to figure out what this is?
I don't think we
I
have
believe
much of a
agree.
choice but to figure out what
Hey,
it
do
is.
you still have one of those pocket watches?
I think it's yes.
Can I throw one in
Go
and
for
just
it,
see
here.
what happens?
Throw it.
And
I back up before he does that though, just in case.
I just
Okay.
I get 10 feet away and just kind of beer pong toss it.
It goes 2
Okay.
feet.
It goes into the room
Can
and
we see it?
disappears.
Okay.
You do not see it.
We don't
So
see
we
it.
don't see it land on the other side?
No.
Oh.
See, the problem is I have to
Secrets,
touch
secrets.
this in order to tell you what it is. So
I give him a little nudge.
Do you?
That's worth the
Not
sacrifice.
hard enough, just a little bit.
Like a slap on the butt. Go get it.
Like, go, yeah, like, we don't have all day.
Okay. Well, I'll spend the next minute performing the identify ritual again.
Okay.
As I finish it, I will attempt to put my hand on it.
So you put out your hand towards this shimmering barrier that you sense there. And as you touch it, several things happen.
I know what it is.
First, you immediately sense the abjuration magic that is here. You know that abjuration is a defensive magic, often employed to use shield spells, but also to bind. So that's the first thing. You immediately sense this is some sort of a protective shield or defensive barrier, keeping things out or keeping something in.
That option.
After that thought goes through your mind, you immediately find yourself transported to the other side.
Is it a spell?
As soon as you touch it, it kind of transports you through. And the next thought that goes through your mind is, this is definitely keeping something in. As you look forward, and there, kind of sitting in the middle of the room, is a humanoid figure
Okay.
with
Alright.
gaunt skin, tight against its bony face. The stench of death hits you stronger than anything else in the rest of this whole complex.
That was the point.
There are black, beady eyes that are just entirely black.
I don't think I should be the one in here first.
The creature
You got
looks
this.
up at you and holds out a hand. And as it does so, you see that there are blue chains that are binding its hands, that are tethered to the walls of the room. And you see that it has no legs. Its bottom half is completely shrouded in a blue cloud, which seems to bind it in place. With your perception, you don't even need to roll. You see that there is a tether from that blue shroud that goes back behind it to what looks to be a small lamp, almost like a genie's lamp, that is connected to this blue energy which surrounds this creature. You look around the room and you see that there are on either side, the east and the west, there are sigils of abjuration. And as it lifts up its hand, it doesn't point at you, it points out the sigil, and it says, "Release me, and you will live. Otherwise, you die."
The thing behind him he's pointing at?
He points at the sigil with his right hand,
Yeah.
and with his other hand, he begins to kind of point his finger towards you. As this is all going on, Wolfram has disappeared from all of your midst. What are you doing?
Don't worry.
I immediately
I go.
say,
I run right through it
that
after.
old man! I touch it.
Yeah,
Cody does a
I'm either
flip
gonna be
through it.
dead with him or
Yep.
So as
You guys are not gonna like this.
as Wolfram, you hear this creature say this. You hear the as the rest of your party all kind of vamp through.
The end game scene.
The eyes of the creature, though the pupils remain unchanged, the eyes widen a bit, and a smile creeps across its mouth.
Wait, real quick. Real quick.
Yeah.
When I touched the thing keeping it in, was it a spell holding him there? Was
It's
it-
now holding us there.
I know. What spell was affecting that wall, that entryway?
It was an abjuration spell of containment, and
Okay. Then, I rolled my own little Constitution save, and I don't like this at all. As soon as he says, "Release me or die," I turn around and I will cast the knock spell on the wall behind, on the opening, and so it goes away, right?
as soon as you try to cast a spell, you see that the sigil glows, and the spell is dissipated.
Wait, we just released it?
Nope.
Oh. Who trapped you in here?
Release me. It points to the wall.
So the spell failed.
Can I insight her if she's really...
The spell failed then?
Yes.
No, so the sigil that he points to is now behind you. He was pointing to the one on the west. As you cast the knock spell, the sigil on the western wall absorbs the spell and dissipates. The sigil is gone.
So now there's only
One
other
sigil left as his smile grows.
What happens? What happens when we release you?
No, I turn to him and I say, "I just tried to release you and it didn't work."
Can I insight the... Can I insight
Sorry,
her saying she won't let us die?
I'm readying an action.
Yes.
wait.
You're gonna insight
Wait.
him.
I want to. I'm just
Again?
waiting for his approval.
Guys, I'm just gonna do what he says.
Hold on,
No!
Wolfram, don't
As
do
it kind
You
anything.
of-
already did one thing.
It goes towards you a little bit, and then it kind of stops being its remaining tethered. The chains that were around its right hand you can see have now also
Can we
dissipated.
investigate the rest of this room
Yeah.
before we do anything?
Let's all do it.
I don't have any more spells left if that was a spell cast, by the way.
Yes, that was, you cast that spell
Okay.
and the sigil was dissipated.
Okay.
My insight was a 26.
And you were seeking to discern if it would,
Let us live.
right, it has murderous intent all over its face.
I don't think it's a good idea to release him.
Oh, so this one's not good to release. What the hell is going on?
This one you let me read.
No one
before
can
he's
make
killing
sense
it.
of this.
Investigate the room.
It snaps his fingers. I need every single one of you to make a Constitution save.
I don't understand.
I don't know what my con is.
Really good.
Okay.
Ah,
Nice. I like that.
I don't.
8.
10.
Oh boy.
Hold on.
Unnatural 20.
10.
17.
8.
10.
23.
15.
Okay. Kildrick, Wolfram, and Sola.
No.
You each take 10 necrotic damage. The rest of you take 5 necrotic damage.
Well, that wasn't
As a wave of energy issues forth from this creature, which looks a whole lot like the images of a lich in some of the reliefs and in the paintings and things like that that you saw in the rest of this tomb. And you see it kind of close its eyes and breathe in as your energy is sucked into it.
Cool.
I would like you all to roll initiative.
Gosh, dang it.
Okay.
Does that count?
Nope.
Yeah,
Well,
it is.
actually, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Roll it.
Yeah. A little better.
All right, so chat. Now's the time when they're gonna need help.
Advantages.
Oh, we got all the help.
I used,
Okay, no, you got a
Scooby-Doo,
lot of
I
help.
used my advantage,
I know.
by the way.
You said this is the hardest thing we fought yet?
This is the. I mean, yeah.
Cool,
You're fighting a lich.
Yeah, bro. I tried to
It is-
release him. It didn't work.
It
a
is.
lich and a ditch.
It is slightly. He is
He's a lich.
well less contained now, but still contained to some degree.
Liches get stitches.
All right, so 21 and 25.
22.
23.
Nice.
Okay. 16 to 20.
Crickets.
Cricket.
11 to 15.
13.
15.
You said
14.
14, Yanni. 13.
13.
Yago was
15.
12.
I'm 12.
No.
He's 15.
Yaga's 15.
Yaga's 15.
Mm.
Enemies are 2.
Finally. Top
And
4.
Kildrick.
6.
I used to Scooby.
Okay. Very good. Eli, what are you doing, brother?
Have I ever encountered a lich in my history? My past?
You have heard of liches. They are extraordinarily powerful, especially in their domain. You've never fought one yourself. They're devious, slippery, typically using other creatures to do their bidding. And you fought powerful things, but your order never went up against a lich directly.
Alright, well, I don't like this at all, so I'm gonna do my channel divinity.
Okay?
I think I'm using that right. The one where the legendary strike. 1.
Okay.
So for a minute, I get criticals on 19s or 20s. So hopefully, this entire...
Roll well.
Okay, so you say a prayer of empowerment, asking Pelor to fill you with his holy, righteous light, and you feel your entire body tense with energy, and you now are empowered with this heroic strike ability.
So I'm going to run up and stabby stab.
It's attached to it.
That's what it is.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack.
Do we know that's what it is?
He said we know.
20... Wait up.
Hits.
Alright, 23.
Now just
Is
No,
it a
that's a
19?
16.
I thought it was
Yeah.
19 too.
Alright. 13
13 damage. All right, very good.
radiant.
And you are able to double the radiant die because it is undead.
Okay. Rolling the next one on that. That's a +4. So
So it's
13 plus 4.
17 total damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
no, he rolled a 15.
All right. As you slash through its body and you
Plus
gash
4.
it down the chest, it looks at you with hatred in its eyes as your radiant energy sears through it.
And I look back with a very similar look of hatred of him.
Very good. Sola, you're up.
I'm gonna get in flanking position,
Okay.
and I will attack.
Roll your attacks.
First attack is an 18.
That
You
hits.
use a spell.
Okay, I'm gonna use Stunning Strike
Not
on
a
this
spell,
one.
so-
Okay.
I tried to release it.
That's a 9 damage.
I'm using an advantage.
Nope.
Wait! Should we disadvantage it?
Yeah.
Disadvantage?
Is this your stunning strike?
Yeah.
Straight roll.
Disadvantage.
Okay, straight roll.
Or can
No.
you use 2
It
disadvantages?
will be. I will roll at disadvantage because you're using it.
It's a wisdom, don't forget.
Natural 20
And a
he's a
1.
freaking
and a
lich.
12,
Fails.
Wait.
What's up with these
What?
natural 20s?
12 plus what?
16 plus 4.
Ah.
Does it pass?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so he passes the first one, but you said you hit. Yeah. What was the damage on the first
9.
one?
9.
9. Okay. As the radiant energy
We'll use
sears
all of
through
them
your
on that
fists,
stunning strike.
it pelts him and beats him down.
Second attack. 21.
No one hits.
Are you going stunning strike again?
Yeah.
We're gonna
Savage
disadvantage
attacker.
your roll.
Hold on, let me see what the damage is.
8.
8 again. All right, very good.
Wait, the other
I
one was
rolled-
9.
Yeah. 9
Okay.
and an
Yeah.
8.
Rolling disadvantage.
Yes.
So this is my second disadvantage
Yep.
used.
Yes.
Okay, that is a 14.
Meets.
So it passes.
So he passes again. You have
Yeah.
a bonus action if you care to use it.
Yeah.
He probably can't be stunned anyway.
Well, we'll find out.
12. 20. Unnatural.
Hits.
That's an 8.
And then,
Okay.
are you stunning strike again?
I wasn't planning on it.
Okay.
The spell.
Okay, so this creature is knocked about by Sola's blows as you see the residual searing energy of the radiant strikes kind of bludgeoning and searing its body. And it does not like these radiant
I'm
attacks.
going to use patient defense.
Okay, very good. You take a defensive posture as it looks out at you all and snaps its fingers again as the room kind of pulses with a green necrotic energy that goes forth. I need everyone to roll a Constitution save.
Do I get an advantage with...
Hey, I'm using my. Can I use my advantage? One of them.
You can use your advantage, yes.
Sickening radiant?
You said Constitution?
This is,
No, I
yes,
rolled the same
Constitution.
thing.
Oh my
So
gosh.
Sola, you took 10 damage last time?
Yeah.
You think I got it? You think I succeeded?
Why am I rolling
I use
so
patient
terrible now?
defense and
Natural
it might
20.
help with the...
I
Okay.
should have rolled advantage.
So I got 3 left now.
So,
14.
14,
5.
5,
8,
8.
5.
12.
19.
17.
Okay. You three take 10 necrotic
Who's
damage.
3?
The 3 who rolled 10 or lower.
Okay.
And the rest of you take 5 necrotic damage. As this happens, you see the searing bolts of energy that had cut through it and the bludgeon all begin to heal up.
Good. Awesome. Sweet.
As it heals,
It's using our energy to heal itself.
as it heals back. There is still damage that is evident, but much of what you just
All the
did
radiant damage.
heals back up. As it does that, it snaps its
Shit,
fingers.
it's his turn now.
It's
It
turned
now holds out its other hand and centers a 20-foot radius sphere on all of you,
Minus me.
everyone but Sola. And I need you to roll another Constitution save.
I'm in that
Oh
too.
my gosh.
You are.
You can go down.
Oh my dear goodness.
Oh,
Crit fail!
Alright, I'm using my advantages.
oh
right
my
now.
gosh.
No, dude, look at this.
I got a 1 too.
You got one.
We all got 1s.
One buddy.
We're dead. Yay.
You just wanted to roll how many nuts killed your cast.
Hey, that's heavy.
Disadvantage.
Okay,
Fiechter Armstrong.
We're good. Don't worry. We got
Morthos.
Unnatural 20.
Okay, success.
Not in it.
She's
Huh?
not in.
Not in it.
Oh, you're not in it.
10.
Okay, failure.
4.
Failure.
Critically.
Huh?
10.
Failure.
Crit 7.
Failure.
11.
Failure. Morthos. No, who passed?
I rolled a
Morthos.
20.
Morthos.
20. You passed. You take 13 points of necrotic
my
damage.
goodness.
Oh boy.
All the
26?
rest of you take 26 points of.
I'm down.
I'm sorry. This is not necrotic damage. This is poison damage.
Oh, so I'm
As
resisting.
as a cloud of energy a cloud of vaporous gas emerges as he casts the Cloud Kill spell.
It is finally.
Is that a
coming to
disease?
It is a poison. So if you're resistant to poison, Kildrick, you take half of that, 13, and the cloud
My
remains.
studded armor is poison resistant.
So as long as you are in this cloud, you are going to have to make the save
Thanks for this.
again.
So 26 damage though if you failed?
This is
Yes.
Yeah.
Technically, by the way, that damage, I just did it all now. That damage starts at the beginning of your turn.
Oh,
Okay? So it's not right now, it's there, but at the
feeling right there.
At the beginning of your turn, this happens.
So if you move out of it.
So
Oh, never mind. Beginning.
he moves backwards,
Opportunity attacks?
Yes.
and he's still on Sola and kind of scoots around Sola. So Ela, you get an opportunity attack.
Come on.
Do I get it at advantage because we were flanking?
No, because he moved out of that position.
I could literally die.
Nope.
Okay.
11.
It is
An additional
now
11
Jaga's
to-
turn. So you take the damage you would have just taken.
Yep. I will move.
Sola, you took what? Are you resistant to poison?
I wasn't in the
she
bubble,
wasn't in
but
the-
Oh,
I'm at
that's right.
I'm at 24
Yeah, I
with the
got
last.
it. Yeah, that would have put you down. You are not in the bubble. Well done.
This is not.
Jaga, what are you doing?
I'm moving just to the south of the lich,
You're both about to get choke slammed though.
and using my
I get
fighting
myself
spirit, I will
advantages.
attack him. -5 + 10.
Okay.
Do you want to
So that's 17.
That hits.
All right, that's the first attack. Second attack, same thing.
Hits.
15, 16.
16 total.
16 for the second attack.
16 does not hit.
Okay. 7, 14, 24 damage.
Before you slice through him, and your non-magical weapons damage him, but not as much as you would otherwise think. Are you using
You know what? I
anything
will
else?
I don't know if I can action surge. Yeah, I will action surge.
Okay, as you use your action surge, so you slash through him with the first. The second you slash through, you go low to where his feet would be, and you just swipe through this cloudy blue energy that's there.
-5 + 10.
Okay, roll your attack.
Ooh, that's gonna be over 20.
That
No,
hits.
19.
Hits.
21 damage.
21 damage, nice. And your last attack.
Same thing. That's no good. That's a miss.
Okay, very good. Morthos, you are up. You take the damage.
That rolls.
And Morthos will run, splitting between
go.
Eli and Sola, and flank the Lich.
Okay, very good.
He's going to bonus action Shadow Blade,
Shadow Blade, very good.
and then he will make his attack.
Okay.
I'm afraid using spells are gonna release the other
25.
sigil.
Yeah.
25.
That's what I want to do.
If we see that, then
Okay. Shadow Blade is necrotic damage, yes.
Correct.
Yep.
25 hits.
25 hits. All of the necrotic damage is absorbed into him,
I'm just
so
afraid
you are
it's gonna
healing
run
him
away.
with this attack.
Why are you afraid of
So
this?
roll all of your damage, and
'Cause I
this is
incited this
all
one.
a heal. Go ahead.
Wow.
Oh no, it's psychic
Yeah.
damage. Nice.
Yes, because I did
Good
an
try.
action and I made I'm consistent.
Thank God.
Always
Dear
consistent.
Oh my
Good.
gosh.
Yes, absolutely.
16,
You darn.
17,
So close.
Solus, so is. The only thing she wasn't consistent was with the sword. That's the only
26.
thing.
26, very good.
26
Lucky
psychic
for
damage.
you.
I
26
this
damage.
Wait, you know what?
so
Way to know your
that's
spells. Well done.
intent.
Yeah. You made me. I was like, oh yeah, he's right. And I'm like, wait, no, it's not.
That's great.
And
Okay.
then I will.
But I gave it a chance.
Yeah, what the heck? A bonus action dodge. I mean, not that
Okay.
that's going to do anything, but
Very good. Yanni, you take the damage.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and I want to get into the other side of him. Across from Solo. Can I get there?
You can't actually. If I
What if I
count
go
right.
the other way?
I'm going down here.
What's your speed?
45.
I'm going down here.
Yeah, we're good.
No, I'm literally
Yep,
on my
you
turn
can.
starts.
You
I'm
go
gonna
the other
Nice.
way.
And then his gaunt face turns into a fat cloud giant, and it goes, "Your mama's so fat and old. When Pelor said, 'Let there be light,' he asked your mother to move out of the way." And I go, "What?" And so now I'm raging as lightning strikes me,
Okay.
and I take my hammers and I come to smash his face in
Roll your attacks.
with advantage, right?
With advantage, you're flanking him.
Yeah. That one's not gonna hit.
Okay.
Frick.
Classic.
There we go.
25.
25 hits. Roll your damage.
Classic me. Miss.
Missed that one. Nice. It's going to be a 12. Hold on. 14 damage.
14. Very good. Your hammers
Max the
bludgeon
bat.
him, though he does resist the bludgeoning damage.
And then he also needs to make a save for my storm aura.
Are
Dexterity.
you using a disadvantage or
Yes.
disadvantage for this?
No.
the storm aura? No.
Okay. I'm going to use an advantage.
Yeah, you should.
And that is a 19.
Bah. You take 2 damage.
Okay. Very good.
Lightning.
All right. Wolfram.
Finally.
You take the damage on your turn,
Oh yeah.
and you are coughing and heaving, and what are you doing?
I am looking. Do I think that my spell did what it did to release him because of the spell, or just because it was a spell?
Because you used the knock spell, which is specifically about opening a lock, even of an arcane nature. So the knock spell that you used was effective in relinquishing one of the bonds of the 2 bonds in this room.
And so I will then,
Want to.
realizing I'm like out of power, I will get out of this cloud a wee bit.
Where are you moving to?
Next to Eli, north of Eli. And I will shoot the lamp he's attached to
Okay.
twice.
Roll your attack.
Well,
I don't
First
like
time
that
I'm gonna
look you
attack
just gave.
I'm going to attack it the first time.
Why,
Okay.
why would he do this?
Nope, wasn't that type of look.
17?
17 hits.
Okay, I'm going to see what happens first.
Got kills.
14 force damage. And I'm going to
14?
knock it back 10 feet.
Okay. It's moved 10 feet, and he is whiplashed with it 10 feet.
Do we get opportunity attacks?
You do not. He was moved against his
Of course.
will.
Nice try.
Did it look like it did damage?
He's still in my
to it?
threatened range.
He looks
But he
at
can touch
you,
me.
and his eyes go wide.
I'm going to do it again. Come on, baby. 21.
21. Hits it again.
I'm going to knock it back 10 feet and 13 damage.
Okay.
Yes! Will not happen.
As you have attacked it, it now takes a legendary action.
Son of a
Oh my
bee
god.
sting!
It points directly at you.
Disadvantage.
No, this is
All the disadvantages.
Eli, he is next to you,
You son of a bitch.
and he issues
Oh.
forth.
I blind him. I want to blind him.
I don't think you can.
One.
It doesn't matter.
He issues
Oh, cool story, bro.
green
All of
ray
the
that
things.
emits out of his hand and moves forth.
Cutting words.
Oh, no.
With your heroic action, Eli, you have the opportunity to step in front of the ray if you wish to do so.
Come on.
I'm going to be fine.
Okay. No.
You won't be.
I'm going to save it.
Serves you right, old man.
I'll save it.
Can I use cutting words, please? Will that help?
No.
Maybe it will.
Yay or nay? Do you want me to jump in front of it?
Do you want to jump
That's
in
your
front of it?
choice.
He's not going to kill me.
I have advantages.
Oh, dear lord.
I don't have
Yeah,
advantage.
he has the advantage of not being able to die.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in front of it.
Okay, I need you to roll
You want
a
it.
Constitution save as he is blinded, but it does not matter. This
You
is
have
not
one
an attack.
advantage.
It shoots forth. You are able to use your reaction to take the blast in your chest.
Can I
I'm
spark
going
ins-
to use my
Can I use bardic
advantage.
inspiration before he does this?
You cannot.
Come on!
You can only do that on your turn with bonus action.
Oh, what is it?
Constitution save.
19.
19 fails.
Oh.
boy.
Wow.
So you take 8d8
It's not bad.
plus
You're gonna get
30.
Cutting words.
Plus 30.
That's
All right,
terrible.
well, I'm down.
You're
But
done.
are you crit dead?
No. Just pick up my body.
That's true.
We won't leave it behind.
What spell is this?
We forgot
Finger of
Eli.
death.
Finger of death.
What are the odds that you roll less than a 13 on your 8d8?
That is
Is that much health?
56 points of necrotic damage
And he heals.
as you are instantly killed.
Yeah.
You are dead. There are no death saves. You fall dead.
You would have died from.
He looks and opens his mouth with a expectant smile and raises his hand, calling forth your body.
Oh, son of a
Gosh!
And nothing happens.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Kind of stops back.
Oh, you didn't know he was an abomination, did you?
Not the only creepy motherfucker around here.
All right.
By the way, I'm dead when this poison hits me.
Ulrich, it is your turn.
How many points do I take?
You took,
20.
but you're
I'm half,
resistant, so you
yeah.
take 13.
I'm dead.
He's down. He's
So
not dead.
Kildrick
He's down.
goes down
Oh, crap.
in the cloud.
Oh my gosh.
I can't even save him.
Can I use a vicious
You
mop
can
before I
run in
die?
and run out.
You cannot. It happens at the beginning of your turn. Kildrick goes down. I need you to roll a death save right away.
Yes. What am I rolling for?
D20. Just roll
Don't roll a 1 like last time.
You can use advantages for this.
Can I use it after I already rolled?
No,
No! 5.
that's a fail.
Yeah, one fail.
failure for Kildrick.
Oh my
Why am I
God.
not thinking about
I've
my
already got
advantages?
one down. Okay,
I'm an
taking
idiot.
you off the map. There, Eli.
I can't. Hey,
And-
man, I got an itch.
It's the same thing that finger had.
Sola, you're up.
I'm gonna shout.
Eli's body is still there with the bandolier full of health potions.
Yes.
FYI.
And I can tell you how many they're holding.
I also have one.
I think Wolfman was onto something, and I'm gonna change my attack to the flame. Gonna radiant sunbolt it.
Okay, so you're attacking the
The flame. Yep.
Lantern.
little lantern.
'Cause I have a
It's
death wish,
essentially,
too.
It's essentially a little lamp, like genie's lamp type of a thing. Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
Why did I roll with advantage?
Because you apparently used one of your advantages.
I
Just go with
didn't.
You should. You got 4 of
You
them.
have 4 of them.
Why would you
Yeah.
use it?
Go with it.
13?
That
With
hits.
advantage.
Yeah.
That hits.
So now
You're
you're
lucky.
10.
10. Okay. You see, as the radiant blast hits it, cracks are emerging in this lamp, and it is not
It's
holding,
the tankiest lamp
not
I've ever
holding
seen.
steady.
I'm gonna do another one.
Thoughts and
Yep.
prayers did nothing.
15.
Hits. Roll your damage.
Can't use that road check. 7.
7. As the form of it begins to melt away under the radiant energy, you can see that the binds around him are tightening, and his body is kind of shaking and shivering as this is taking these attacks.
Gonna do another one.
Last one. Go ahead.
Come on.
You do have flurry of blows.
I'm gonna use it. I know.
Okay, so then you get 2 more attacks.
Right. I thought I
with
would
the
call
radiant
it after
sunbolt
that
now.
one.
She gets that.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
If
I'm
used
off.
after an attack action, spend 1 to use it twice as a bonus
It's
action.
gonna go away.
Oh my goodness.
Here.
11.
Misses.
With a monk weapon.
Okay.
And the second,
Not with the stun bolt.
you do have advantage if you care to use it.
Use it.
Okay.
So you're using your second
I
advantage.
didn't mean for that to come off so angry.
I didn't need it.
Use it.
19 plus 8,
Hits.
and that's another 7.
7. The lance shatters. And as it does so, you see his body slump. And as he looks up at you, his skin is now a sickly, instead of kind of the white that it was, it's a sickly, like greenish, pale color. And he goes to snap his fingers, the same motion that he's made to suck the life out of you, and nothing happens. He is unable to replenish his health.
Attack it now!
And he looks up at you, and he looks at you directly, Sola, and he points a fist, and I need you to make a Constitution save.
Advantage. 18.
Team, you fail the save. This is not.
Didn't need it.
This is not Finger of Death. This is Blight. As your body is covered with boils and blisters and begins to fester and pus, you take 30 points
Holy
of
jeez.
poison damage as you go down.
I've got the plague!
I still think you're beautiful.
Aw, thanks, Yanni.
Thanks, friend.
Okay, so
As one of her pimples
down.
pops out.
You're a great friend.
That was his
Sorry.
turn to cast the Blight spell. He already used his legendary action in
We'll save
reaction to Wolfram. And
Eli.
it is now Jaga's turn.
I will run at him and stand between the Lich and the rest of the party.
Okay?
Where you gotta go?
Yeah.
Can you look at?
I'll roll her saves for her.
Don't use my dice, they suck.
You have
No, you
have
won't.
one more advantage, right, Molly?
Yeah.
What's it say on
Yes,
the
you
list?
do.
And we're
I
using
think I
it.
have 2
Yes.
Very good.
more. 1 more or 2?
She had 4 before.
Yeah, she used 2 on the attacks and 1 on the...
Yeah,
Constitution.
and I think I have
Constitution
2 more key points as well.
Okay, very good.
Well, I guess I can pull it
Bye!
up.
Thanks for playing.
Enjoy
I
work.
can pull it up. I guess it's just a moderator thing.
All right. Jaga, what are we doing? You move forward towards the Lich.
Yep. Fighting Spirit.
Okay. So you're
Minus-
rolling with advantage?
Yeah, minus 5 plus 10.
Okay, roll your attacks.
She has
That's
two left.
No,
11?
11 misses.
Alright, second attack. 19.
Hits.
Wait, there's only 4 of us up right now?
So technically Eli's right here. Just
Yep.
dead.
This is gonna be great.
I think we can do this.
It's gonna be 18.
18?
What a lich was.
okay.
I mean, good thing I have full health yet.
Yeah, I can't go in there.
How about your bird?
Okay.
My bird isn't coming till the golem.
Oh, I forgot about that stupid golem all the way at the front.
I don't think we'll have to worry about it.
I hope not.
The bird would die immediately upon entering that. Anyway. So.
What's happening? It's my
You
turn?
guys don't know anything about it at
Oh,
all.
you son of a gun! We're at position 2. You
Did the golem move?
Don't worry, I'm counting
Oh,
my
The
turns.
bird doesn't know where I am. Now.
You are in another dimension, so you have... Well, actually, no, that's not true.
The bird's gonna fly towards him, right?
You are not. You are in a shielded bubble. It's.
Well, it's within 100
So-
feet. It can telepathically speak with me.
It is beyond 100 feet from you. You told it to come
Golem
and
is there,
come and
so-
find you.
Come and
Yep.
find you.
To keep him from escaping. You know what I mean?
What would that? So if it doesn't see you anywhere, what would it do?
Well, it would. Just like anyone looking for someone, it would go in the direction I went, and if it can telepathically speak with me, attempt over and over again to send
Which
message.
the abjuration is still in place. It cannot.
Okay.
So it doesn't see you anywhere.
Okay.
Nor do you know what it is doing. But yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Makes sense.
Jaga, you used your. You don't have any more action charges, correct?
No.
Okay, Morthos, you are up.
Seeing what just happened to Eli, Morthos is enraged, angry. He will
You okay
run
now? Me?
straight towards the wall and flank the Lich
That's going.
Okay.
with Jaga, and he will cast Booming Blade.
Okay, roll your attack with advantage because you are flanking him.
Would be a 27.
That hits.
Do I need to separate the Booming Blade damage?
No.
I got some items I gotta check.
Oh, that's almost all 6s and 5s.
That's a nice roll.
28.
I'm gonna push
42.
out of the way.
42 goes down
Nice.
on the ground as the energy explodes
You're a
forth.
beast.
Its back blown apart. It crumbles in a heap.
I use my offhand attack to drag my take my dagger right through his head,
And you skewer it once more.
just out of anger.
Still in initiative because we have people down.
Is that cloud still there next to me?
Look at the thing.
The cloud,
Oh,
Look above my
Johnny.
name.
the
Johnny's turn.
cloud
Look
dissipates.
above my face.
That helps.
I rush back to Sola.
We're in initiative.
Oh,
So.
okay, alright.
Yanni, it's your turn.
I'll go to solo.
Step up to
Which
Sola.
I have a minor healing. I'll give to her.
Okay, so roll your 2d4 plus 2.
Awesome. 8.
8. So you add 8 points of healing.
Sorry, Kildred. Called you Sola.
Everybody go to solo.
Okay, so Sola's eyes flutter open as you're gingerly pouring the potion of healing down her throat. It is now Wolfram's turn.
You're making noise, you're fine.
I gotta carry you now all the time.
I guess I will. There's no way I would know, but I'm going to try and see if it's possible to save Eli.
You can roll a medicine check.
It's called taking a pulse.
8.
You did it with your
You
thumb. He's fine.
you reach down and his body is completely limp. You
That's
don't
happened before.
have any sense if you'd be able to save him or not. He's not bleeding out. He is limp in your hands.
Right. Wait. So are you saying I realize that it's different than what has happened in the past with someone that was gone down?
So
Do you know
there's no like
fingers?
actively open wound that is pouring forth blood. He was zapped in the chest and he just went limp. He's not breathing. You don't know what exactly.
I'm just gonna meta it. I'm gonna go to Kildrick and spare the dying real quick.
Okay.
I was gonna waste it on you, which is what I should have done. But Kildrick's safe.
Okay. Kildrick is spared.
I met it for you.
Sola
appreciate
is
that.
stands
He doesn't do
up,
that often.
and everyone is secure.
Do I gain any health?
As Sola stands up, she turns. What's going on? The Lich stands up as well.
Can I hit myself real quick?
Sees you, Jaga, and points a finger at you. I need you to roll a Constitution save.
Oh my gosh.
Son of a crunch. Oh.
10.
10?
Oh my gosh. Another finger of death.
No, this
it's
is
the boil
this is
blight.
blight.
The blight.
Oh, you're all blighted. You're all gonna
No,
keep
no,
taking
no.
damage. You better better not blight me. I'll kick it.
This was poisoned, so she's going to continue to take damage.
That is 35 points of poison damage to you.
I just happen to have 36.
Okay. And it is now your turn.
I will attack him.
Okay, roll your attack.
I'm gonna do -5 + 10.
Okay.
14,
14 misses.
That's it, bro.
19. Ooh, crit.
That hits.
7. 42. 42.
42. He goes down.
Cut him down to half.
Okay.
He already has my bottom half.
Morthos, it's your turn.
Now he's 2 liches. Great.
The fact that I've seen him get up again, I'm gonna cleave his head off.
Okay. Roll your attack.
Please don't miss.
With advantage, he's prone before you.
19.
19. Hit. The head is separated from the body. Yana, you're up.
But I'm holding it. I want to see what happens if I'm holding his head. See
I
him come
want
back
to
up.
Pick his head up.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm holding on to it. I want to see what happens.
It's his hands that keep pointing now.
That is true.
Can I see? So there was one sigil on that wall. Can I look and see what the other sigil or what's going on else in the room?
It's just a glowing blue sigil on the opposite wall.
And the door still shimmering. Closed.
You actually, as you turn around, you see nothing. You see kind of it's an open door. It's like the same effect. Like you just see an open doorway.
But it's shimmering like that.
No, it just looks like it's open.
Did we get it? And then
The doorway's open?
it appears to be.
You see no shimmer on this side is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Like you just see there's just the sigils that you see.
I want to. It's not dying. There's still a chain on its wrist.
On
On the lich.
the left wrist, yes. There's still blue chain of energy.
And the sigil's still glowing.
Sigil's still glowing.
I'm gonna go over and hit it with my hammer.
Okay, roll your attack.
The sigil?
Yeah. 15.
You smash it into the wall. And there is a reverberation of arcane energy as you now see the shimmer that emerges. It doesn't damage you, but you have not dispelled it.
Um.
You have another attack if you care to make it.
You're
On that
already
one.
there.
Wolfram, you are up.
I would like to take a 1 hour rest.
Okay, you begin to rest.
He's down currently.
He's down. Well, his head is in Morthos'
I'm holding his
hand,
head
and
in
his
one
body
hand.
is on the floor.
Put his head in the corner so we can't see anything.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna move over to where the phylactery was.
Okay.
That's a double move probably.
Yep, that's
And then I'll use my free action to inspect it.
okay.
See if there's anything there.
There are
Give
just
me signs.
the bits of the phylactery as it's been dissolved and destroyed.
Nothing that seems like it would tell me that there's still a connection of some sort.
The only thing that you find is in the midst of all of this, there is a.
It's only a 31, by the way. It's not on my shoulder.
Okay. There is underneath. There looks to be a panel on the wall that was beyond its reach when the phylactery was over here. So it could never get to it, but there seems to be a panel in the corner of the wall over here.
Oh boy. Interesting. I'm not next to it yet.
You're not. I mean, with the rest of your dash movement, you could get up to it.
Yeah, I'll get to it.
Okay.
Can I check it out? Open it up?
Say with your movement and dash, you kind of expended your movement.
My bonus action? Okay.
Kildrick, you are stable.
I don't understand.
Sola, what do you want her to do?
Oh, I'm rolling. Oh, she's alive.
She's alive.
I'm stable, so can I not? I can't do anything.
You're not dying, but you're not
You're
conscious.
unconscious.
I'm unconscious.
I just
Someone
saved your
can
life.
give
Be
you a
grateful.
healing potion to bring you back, but
It's alright. Nobody cares about me.
Sola cares.
Solo would do that.
Solo
She
would do that.
she
She'd go grab one off
she
of
would go get
Eli
one
and
of
give it to
Eli
him.
and give it to him. Yeah.
That's true.
okay. So she goes and grabs
Or
one of
she
the
would try to
potions
save Eli.
off of Eli.
Well, she would know that.
She
Oh, yeah.
she
We're all mad.
goes and she looks and she finds the largest potion she can and takes it because she wants to give Eli or Kildrick as much healing as possible.
That's so nice.
So your greater healing potion is gone.
How much does that give me?
And you can now roll 44 plus 4.
4d4.
Yep.
Plus 4.
Nice
Can I borrow
one.
some d4s?
40. So that's
Disadvantage on
48.
that decision.
48.
44 plus 4.
Wow.
48.
Generous.
Ooh, wow.
Okay, so that's.
I think my last two potions are minor, right?
16.
16. Okay, so Kildrick, you have 16 points of health left. Or back.
That's,
Return.
that's great news.
As Sola does this, Morthos, in your
Thank you,
hands,
Sola.
the eyes of the lich pop open and start to laugh.
It's a smoker.
I love it.
Its hands reach up and slam down as the cloud kill spell again emerges around you.
Fantastic.
Yeah, man. Sorry.
I need the three of you to roll Constitution saves.
Is he immune
With
to poison
advantage.
damage? Is he immune to poison damage? I guess he's dead. He doesn't have to
He
breathe.
is immune to poison damage.
What's Constitution?
Constitution.
I used an advantage and I rolled a 17.
17. Okay. Passes.
10 again.
That's what I'm feeling.
Fails.
17.
17. That passes. Okay. Morthos and Wolfram, you take 18 poison damage. Jaga, you take 36 poison damage.
On my turn, right?
I hellish
Not
rebuke
yet.
him.
No, that was
My
on his
turn.
turn.
I hellish rebuke him.
Hellish rebuke him. He is
Nice.
prone, so he rolls with disadvantage.
So I take it twice before my turn?
No, on
This will happen on your turn.
Gotcha, yeah.
Yep, yep.
Where's his real phylactery then?
It's got to pass 14.
right by it.
14.
I'm working on it.
Um, it's an 18 and a 15 on the dice.
So he passes. So I rolled a 14, so he takes 7 fire damage.
7 fire damage.
No.
All right. His body
Didn't
begins to
want it.
burn,
Attack him.
but his eyes do not close. He just continues to laugh. I have to roll a Constitution save.
Are you pointing his head so you can see all
That
of
is
us?
a 12. He passes.
Don't do that.
All
Why are you
right.
doing that?
Jaga, on your turn, you
Make him
take
dizzy.
36
Spin his head
poison
around.
damage.
What if I skip my turn?
Are you down?
Are you up or down?
I'm down.
Okay, you go down. Morthos, you take on your turn 18.
I'm down.
You're
Oh my
Gosh, man.
Yanni, you are up on the other side of the room.
Come
You
on,
see
Yanni.
this cloud emerge again.
Yeah, I'm gonna move to the center of the room, and I'm gonna shoot a stormbolt at him.
Okay, roll your attack with disadvantage because he is prone.
Okay, well I will. I'll use an advantage to straight roll.
Okay, roll straight.
Nat 20.
That danced around on low
That hits.
numbers.
Roll your damage.
So it's double. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I think it's actually 2d10.
Are you gonna get a kill?
No,
But not really.
never
They
that.
come back.
D10. These ones.
So is that a 40-10?
Yeah.
Do you need another one?
I do need 2 more.
Yeah.
Sorry.
One.
Oh no, I do have it.
Was I right it
How
up
to
for or
kill a
no?
witch.
10,
Yeah, you stood up.
18.
Should be a short arm.
So it's 19.
19.
Yeah. Lightning damage.
It blasts the side of his body,
Still up.
Oh gosh.
You still
and
prone? It
his
goes away.
eyes roll up in his head.
It goes away then.
The cloud kill goes away.
Yes.
Saved your life.
Wait, so I don't take the damage now?
Not on your turn. You get into that
Dude, I
freaking
got at least
panel.
one more cloud kill to go through.
Oh, is it my turn?
No, it's not.
Come on.
As it is now Wolfram's
Does that
turn.
count as a kill, or
I'm gonna-
what are we doing here? More importantly,
I'm gonna check
Real
If that's the case, I've killed him twice now.
I'm gonna check this hidden wall.
Okay. It is you're investigating it. What are you checking for?
Wait, I'm gonna see if it's gonna blow up in my face first.
Okay, roll your investigation.
Can we straighten that out?
Don't rush.
Ooh.
Don't rush. It's not urgent.
22.
2. It is not trapped, but it is locked.
Oh no. Oh my gosh. Oh no. You. Can you straighten that?
Straight.
On camera?
Oh, I hit that accidentally. Sorry.
Okay.
It is locked.
Oh man.
Well, pew pew it.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna.
If only you had a knock spell
I know.
or something like that.
I don't know what to do.
I'm going to
He can. He can
Eldritch
try
Blast
to
the
pick it. He'll
the
just
lock
probably have
the door?
disadvantage.
of this thing.
Okay, it's kind of it's. There's not an actual like lock on it.
I mean, I don't know how to
It's
kill
kind of
him.
like an internal mechanism. You'd be basically blasting
We
the
have to kill
door.
his real
Oh.
phylactery.
You can do or the panel.
Which obviously wasn't the.
Couldn't have been.
Hmm.
Which I'm assuming is behind this wall.
Hold on a second. If
But we now
I
have no way to open it.
But even if you try to use a knock spell on that, it would have done the same
Right.
thing.
Or we'd have been able to get out.
can I look around this area for anything that looks like it's an opening or something that would open a trap door?
Yes, roll investigation.
Why is
Yeah,
it always
freaking-
investigation? I'm looking around.
Perception.
Because
19.
19. You
I'm trying to save all of us.
you look in, you see that there is a keyhole mechanism. So this isn't like would be a secret button. This would be something that either needs to be picked or you need the key for it.
I wonder if it's on the lich.
Too bad the guy with the lockpicks is dead right now.
he tries to stick his finger in there.
Yeah, maybe the flesh golem probably has a key. That's what I'm thinking.
Which is on its way too. Sweet.
We've never tried giving up before.
And the guy who can activate the thing that gets it out of here too is dead.
Is dead.
Okay, then I will.
This could be a TPK
You
tonight.
can still pour the stuff on it.
I don't know how it works.
Is this like Final Fantasy where you hit the runaway button, the whole party runs away with it?
Alright, real quick, do I know if liches have true sight?
Ask it.
Oh, I know.
Roll a history check with disadvantage.
Maybe our bard has some spells.
I'm gonna try and use fear on it.
Ooh, that's the familiar. That's not
Remember,
mine.
Its misuse will actually be destroyed.
13.
I can't go in.
You know that liches have some crazy powers, but you're unsure what type of vision they have.
Okay. Crap, I don't know what to do. I will chill touch the lich.
Okay. I have to roll a Constitution save.
You fail Constitution saves automatically. Right? Because you're unconscious? If you are.
Well, I mean, I rolled a 12 anyway, so it doesn't matter. But just for my own benefit, I like to know that.
That's a good question. You should.
So he fails a save. Chill touch takes
Oh,
hold.
it's just strength and dex. So the damage I don't care about, but he can't regain HP. I guess I will roll the damage.
Hey, Kildrick, you are up.
7 damage. Oh. Plus this. 11 necrotic damage.
Oh,
necrotic damage.
But he can't heal.
Okay,
because of the chill touch.
But the spell itself, that damage is like a potion. It heals him. So his necrotic damage to him, he absorbs as health.
But he can't gain HP because he failed to save, so he can't absorb that as health. Bam. Logic.
Ooh, I don't know. Well, I mean,
But
I don't know. It's like an immovable force means
it's healing potion to him.
Yeah.
Mine is more specific. And specific.
Ty goes to the
overrules
runner.
Okay.
We're gonna die.
If I roll a
you
1
heal
through
anyway,
20, he's right.
Huh?
It says on hit, the target takes 1d8 necrotic damage, and it can't regain hit points until the start of its next turn. So it just can't regain what it just took.
Okay.
It doesn't say and then. If it said and then it would be sort of next, and then I would say maybe, but no.
So we'll say, okay, it happens contiguous. Kildrick, what you doing?
Also,
Okay, so can I insight real quickly whether or not
Scooby, nobody
Morthos's lockpick skills would be able to open that thing?
You know he's very good at lockpicking.
Okay, so I'm going to use a level 3 healing word to get Morthos back up.
Okay.
60 feet range.
Go ahead and roll your 3d8 plus 5.
3d8. That's actually 3d4 because it's healing word.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Cure wounds.
I would never lie to you.
I know you are
I just
a
lied to you.
That's
honest
2
man.
1s and a 2.
So 8
So 8.
points of health back to you.
I think he's under the age of culpability.
So Morthos, you are back up and conscious. Saul is up. What would you like her to do?
Can I just shout to him, "Pick the lock, you daft bastard!"
I'm not in.
Yeah, well, what would you like Sola to do?
I don't know her.
She turns and sees what's going on after having
She punches
healed
something.
Kildrick.
She would stabilize Yaga. She would go to Yaga for sure. Probably give him a healing potion too.
Well, we're at a. Yeah.
I have no water too.
So she rushes up and pulls the healing potion off of your belt, Yaga, and pours it down your throat. So
1d4?
Yeah, 1d4.
2d4 plus
2d4
2.
Plus 2, yeah.
So Yaga is healed and back. That is Sola's turn.
The boss is back?
Here we go.
Boss comes back.
Or does it?
Well, given that it comes back, you said at the beginning of its next turn.
It can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Your next turn.
Ooh.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Oh.
The
Oh shoot! I should have said there's a lot back here to pick.
the
You
fire
did.
that was burning on its body goes out. Jaga, you're up.
I will stand up. I will use second wind
Okay.
and gain 17 hit points.
Nice.
Wow.
And I will am I aware of what Wolfram is trying to do?
No, you were unconscious.
Okay.
That's true.
And I will see that the thing is still down, but knowing that it keeps getting up, I'll just stand over it, readying I guess attack action.
Okay, so if it does what, you will attack.
If it moves,
If it moves, you will attack it. Very good. Morthos.
Any type of
hands
move.
off.
They stand
Hands,
up.
aiming for the
Stand
hands.
up.
He's aiming for the hands to slice them off.
Specifically hands.
Why don't you just slice them off now?
Oh.
I yell, "What block?" I have no idea what's going on.
Yep. So you heard Kildrick yell, "Pick the lock, you daft bastard."
Yeah. Can I make a perception check to see if I can even figure out what he's talking about?
Sure.
Kildrick's not even sure what he's talking
Yeah, I don't even know.
about. He's guessing.
17.
17. You see Wolfram staring at a wall, but you don't see anything locked anywhere.
All right. Then I am going to hold my action, and if the lich moves or comes back, I'm taking its head off. again.
Well, it's already off.
Well, I'll take another part of its body off.
Okay, very
Maybe
good.
the hands.
Yanni.
Let's go for the hands. Sounds like a good one.
That's where the magic's at.
Try pointing with that, Stumpy.
Hey, Soul, I heard you.
Yanni, can you get this kill?
Dude, just
I want to make it clear
Yanni,
that my
squish
reaction
his
is as
head.
soon as he gets up. Not attacks, not as soon as he gets up.
Squish his head. Just squish his head, dude.
This is like Groundhog Day. I want to.
You want to kiss it on the forehead?
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't want it to. I don't want to be that close to it.
So hold an action for.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Same thing. Hold an action. If it moves, opens its eyes, anything that looks like it's back awake, I will shoot it with the storm bolt.
Okay.
No, I don't need to be that close to it. Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
That feels good.
feels,
Am I
feels
outside
about,
of the 20%?
feels about right. Nice try, though.
Hopefully you're up.
Better chill and touch that thing again.
Tell
So
Orthos to pick it
communicate.
up.
Can I take my turn?
No.
I don't know. Kildrick messaged
I will
that to him.
say there's a compartment over here, if I recall correctly. There's something in there that's probably keeping this thing alive. Blah!
As a chill touch hits him again.
Okay, so I need to roll a Constitution save.
Yep.
Okay, I'm using an advantage.
Me too. That's a good thing I did. 26 hits, right?
No, I don't want to make a save.
You do. Well, no. No. Actually, it just hits.
I don't make a save. It's an attack.
Yeah, I don't know why we did a save last time, because I rolled an attack and a save, but it's all just an attack.
Okay, so then I didn't use my advantage, and
Yeah.
you made your attack.
Alright, okay, he can't regain again.
So you hit. Okay.
26, yeah.
All right.
13, 0 damage.
All right.
But no healing.
Keeping it dead.
Open this damn hole!
Kildrick, you're up.
Can I count this as a short rest?
Okay.
I also want to be looking at the door. If anything walks through it, shoot it.
Okay.
You want to be looking for two things at the same time?
Like this.
I can't see it on this because my app. So who's lowest health? Can I metagame for 1 second, please?
Roll a medicine check.
Can I do a medicine check, please? Let's
It's
do
gonna
that.
be one of the people who took a healing potion.
Yeah.
Probably more of those.
Medicine check. Let's see. That's gonna be a 9.
9. Everyone looks pretty beat up.
Okay.
Jaga probably looks the most
I'm
vibrant.
gonna send a little spell his way. I'm gonna heal him up.
Who, Jaga?
Who?
Jaga.
Okay.
Have you said vibrant?
He's the most vibrant.
that's
He
my-
said.
Oh, but you said he's looked the worst. I did not hear you.
You gotta
Sorry.
finish listening.
You're right.
He's the most and you just stop.
Okay, that one. He's the most. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Okay,
totally.
Well, you know what? I already said it, so I'm gonna heal Jaga.
Was that
Oh my
Outcast?
god.
Were you just singing
I'll take it.
Outcast as the bar?
All right.
All right, now, ladies.
All right.
Jaga, you best kill him with this extra health, all right? That's 2d4 plus 5.
I already killed it once.
That's a very misconception of what's happening here.
Let's see. That's 9 health for you. Actually,
9
no,
health
that's
back
5.
to
So that's
Jaga,
10.
very good.
That's 10. That's 5 health.
10, very good. Kildrick, as you release the spell with your voice,
Oh, boy.
you hear a shimmer behind you. As
Who's
a
that?
creature steps through the shield.
Well,
There's
And
Oh,
blue
shit.
one-
Good lord!
that is a large.
Did it happen to
large-
kill my bird?
You don't know. There's
Is it-
still a barrier that's up.
Sticking
I
out
know,
his
but
mouth.
I would know.
If it got within
Just
100
inside of
feet.
me, I would have advantage on attacking it.
It did not kill your bird.
Alright.
It came straight
Your
here,
bird can say nothing.
and
That would be pretty impressive.
this is a creature that it has body parts that are all stitched together.
Oh, yeah.
It stands about 15 feet tall,
not
looks
big at all.
down at you, with
Goodbye.
chains that kind of fall off of it.
Dear.
It's bluish gray
Sugar's neck is just
skin,
all the way back.
and there's different animal parts that are a part of this, and it takes both
Your
of
neck gets
its,
sucked back up.
it takes its claws that are at bay and
Cutting
is
words.
prepared to attack you as it used its full action to get through, dash through. Sola is now up.
Oh,
Solo would go
Solo
blast the
see ya?
crap out of it.
Solo's going to,
Ask it if it wants to be friends.
pretty much.
You look like you can be saved.
She's gonna shoot it.
Yeah.
Who?
Stunning strike
Stunning
it.
strike
What's Sola
it.
doing?
Stunning
Say
strike
she's
it.
gonna stunning strike it.
Oh, jeez.
She rushes
No.
up.
I'm with you.
And
That's
she
not a
goes-
good
She goes
wisdom
stunning
save.
strike. Roll her attack.
With advantage.
What is it?
She has one final advantage left.
With no, we don't want to attack this with advantage. It's probably easy to hit because it's so big.
True.
We want to keep the
Does-
advantage for the stunning strike.
Is there an advantage
That's what
rule?
we're
I don't know how
talking
to
about.
That's on
that's on
me.
him.
You have one disadvantage left against me, and I have
Yep.
four
Oh, then,
three
yeah.
advantages.
Go for it.
So advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll with advantage. We want to make sure it hits.
That's good.
Why do we have her mortal
What did
enemy
she
roll
have?
for her?
+8 to hit.
16?
Hits.
You rolled terrible.
An 8 and a 3.
Somebody else roll.
And then your disadvantage on
So you roll a
Stunning strike?
D8, a D8. I'm sorry, a D6 plus 5. I am using
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Yes, no.
Yeah.
Yes.
that's an 18, and this one's cocked.
Pass.
That's a 19.
Pass.
Oh my goodness.
How much damage was it, though?
He's not stunned.
well, it would
I thought you rolled
would
it.
savage attack because I rolled a 1, so 3 plus 5, 8.
Okay, so 8 damage.
Is that our last savage or savage?
She has a second
Choose
attack.
one more.
Yeah, she's gonna attack
She
again.
has one more key point, I believe.
Yep, one more key point.
20
You use
hits.
20 hits.
Stunning strike again,
Stunning
right?
strike.
Roll your damage. You already used your savage attack, so this is just a D6 plus 5.
9.
9. Okay. And stunning strike.
Do we have any more
You have no more
disadvantages?
disadvantages.
It costs
Oh,
1.
perfect.
Stunning strike is 1.
So 1d6 plus 5.
No, I mean key points.
Key point for stunning
One
strike,
key
yeah.
point, yeah.
It's broken. Go ahead.
It is. Alright, since you've exhausted your disadvantages, I am now using my advantage.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
we don't have any more.
Okay, so that is a 15.
Passes. It's a 14.
Right, 14.
Right, so she has one more
Third attack.
bonus action attack.
22.
22 hits. Roll your damage.
6.
6. Very good. As
She has no more key
she
points.
begins pounding at this sewn together fleshly beast.
Ugh.
It has an expressionless face, but its eyes burn with rage as it has come to determine that nothing leaves this shield. Alright. Nothing happens to the boss, as you have both healed it and not healed it
All at the same time.
same time. Jaga, you are up.
Man, more of those. When is it your turn?
I'm still gonna have my sword pointed at the thing, just ready an attack.
Okay, Morthos.
I will run to where Wolfram yelled from.
Head in hand still.
Pointing at it with my other
Yeah.
hand.
Can you just throw it in the corner?
You see the lock that is there?
And I will attempt to pick it.
You pick that son of a gun.
Come on.
I'm going
Roll.
to use my last advantage.
Come on.
Okay.
Picking up the lock.
Unnatural 20.
Nothing happens.
You go in and you feel the tumbler click,
It's a mailbox.
click. You get to the fourth click and you feel your tool go slack as you click the last one open. And the panel
Theatrical.
just pops out, having just barely made.
It's a red
It had to
herring.
be a 20.
There's nothing in there.
Yeah. What's inside?
A wall.
Opens up. There is a book scrapped together with leather, what looks to be leather pages and binding, very heavy. that is. There's no words on the front. Clearly, all kinds of words throughout. And next to it is a black opal crystal, which is just swirling with greenish energy.
Don't touch it.
Attack it.
Gosh.
Yanni, can you get
I
the
don't think
kill on the
I
phylactery?
can't attack it, right?
That was your
yeah,
action.
that was my action. So,
You don't have a bonus action?
not an attack.
Yanni, it is your turn.
Kill.
I will yell that out.
And he
I said, kill the black thing!
What? I don't know what's happening.
Kill the golem. I got it.
Fingers.
Yeah, it was very
Those
much.
are his rolling.
I just
sure
gotta
they're
get ready.
Kill the golem. I got this.
I was gonna throw it out, but
We're
I don't
actually
think I can
blocking
do
it probably.
So I will hear that, and I will go over there.
I'm not moving out of the way.
Can I get to it? I'll forcefully move them if I have to.
They are standing in the way.
that. Do I have nothing from range? Just chuck it in behind us?
Just throw it. Just throw something.
It would require your action to move them.
Well, that's just great.
Yeah, I can't move out of it. I don't have movement on your turn. I give
Yes,
you.
sir, I'm
You know what? I'll give it to you. Hold your action.
No, Martha's goes before me too.
What's that?
No,
He's
what
trying to
you
get me
doing?
to kill.
What you doing, Yanni?
Hold it when I
Um,
put it in front of you.
Yes.
Sola and Kildrick are having a giant flesh golem
Yeah.
looming over
Listen to
them.
Wolfram.
Hold it. I'll put it in front of you. I will. I'll bring it to you. Unless I die when I touch the damn thing.
which is very possible. I'm gonna go.
You guys know what you're doing.
I will flank.
I'm standing up here.
I said, why would you have
Totally
to?
would
You just blast it yourself.
Because I want to give him a kill.
It's all right. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I can't handle this.
I'm about to
Eli,
grab it.
from the grave.
Oh my gosh.
I can't help myself from grabbing the book, though. That's happening. So, we're going to see what happens.
What are you doing, Yanni? Come
I'm
on.
going to.
As you feel the blood pulsing through your veins, the beat in your ears, as you're filled with the tension of the moment, what do you do?
I'm gonna go over and attack the golem.
Okay. By the way, your rage has subsided.
Yeah. So I will rage again. I have one left.
Okay.
Just because I'm assuming this is gonna be. Oh no, I have two left actually. And then I will attack it with my warhammers.
Oh, dude, I can't destroy the book. I'm keeping it.
Can I get in a flanking position? Can I get over to the other side?
His, yeah.
Nice! Advantage roll.
Yeah, you can.
That's a 23.
23 hits.
And then.
And your second attack?
A 21.
Both hit. Roll your damage.
2d8.
I'm stress eating.
And 11. It's 15.
15 total damage?
Yes.
Alright, very good. As your
then
your hammers smash into the golem, bits of its stitching begin to come undone, and blood, this black ichor, just kind of pours forth.
The Stormora as well.
13.
That fails, and you take 4 lightning damage.
4 lightning damage.
Yep.
As the lightning smashes into it, you see its body energized, and he is healed for 4 points.
Oh, that makes sense.
Frankenstein's monster, dude.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Alright, Wolfram, you're
I
up.
won't do that again.
What is going on in this book? What words are on it?
There's no words on the cover, but it looks like the pages are thoroughly written over.
Anything blue and shimmering on the
Um,
front of this box?
the only shimmering thing in here is the greenish shimmer on the black opal.
Okay.
Mage hand that thing.
Real quick, I'm going to roll something to determine if I think the black thing or the book are the correct accurate. 20. 20 insight into my guess.
You hear a cackle.
You hear a cackle as the DM laughs over this decision. You rolled a 20 in the insight?
Yeah.
You get the sense that the energy swirling around the stone is the same sort of necrotic energy that is pulsing through the lich.
Smell.
I'm gonna grab the book.
Okay? You grab the book. You don't die.
Oh, and I'm gonna dimension door out of here. Just kidding.
Oh my goodness. You know, when Eli comes back to life, he's gonna hunt your ass down and kill you.
I'm gonna put it in my pocket for safekeeping, and I'm going to. Oh, what is it gonna do? I don't have anything melty. Eldritch Blast it.
Eldritch Blast what? You said it.
The orb.
There's lots of things that you could be Eldritch Blast.
Oh, the
Come
orb.
on.
The black
gem.
spinny
The
thing.
gem.
The gem?
The gem.
Okay.
The definition of is.
And I'm gonna use advantage.
Roll your attack.
11.
You hit it, but it doesn't seem to have enough force to actually do damage to it.
Awesome.
You get the sense that
It would take a strong hammer.
with more energy, you might be able to overcome. This isn't a matter of being impervious to the damage. Frankly, you didn't roll high enough on your hit. You didn't beat its AC.
You didn't beat a stone's AC.
Oh, I was thinking I had to do like an actual spell. I will use an advantage for my second Eldritch Blast.
Yep.
Roll high.
Crit.
Yeah.
Does that hit?
Is that high enough?
You've become paper.
As you hit it the first time, it hits and kind of dissipates. Frustrated, you focus all of your anger into the fact that this thing has taken out so many of your friends. Eli, who sacrificed himself for you,
Yeah.
and you focus and
Wolfen doesn't care.
you explode the forceful Eldritch Blast through the stone. It hits it dead center, cracks through the opal eye, and the stone shatters in a green wave of energy, and the lich's mouth, which has been opened, just lets out a
Layer action.
and you see its body, its body, which has been kind of twitching, goes completely still.
Twitching.
Yeah.
See what you did there.
And the lich seems to have finally expired.
Oh, Lord.
Don't worry, there's still.
I was gonna say,
Gollum.
guess what?
Kildrick is looking straight up, so this is how I die.
Kildrick, you're up.
Disengage.
Run.
Kildrick,
Morthos and I are just going.
I used my last one. That would have been so cool.
on all night.
I have no idea.
Oh man.
Can we fight
I'm gonna
this
turn
thing
around and
next
run.
Disengage.
You disengage.
Disengaging, all right. I assume you're running away.
Is it?
week? It's actually.
We can
Yeah.
have Bernie, the lich's body, see what happens with the golem.
Stop!
Nothing
Nothing to see here! Still trapped!
Can I?
Oh no!
Can I vicious mocking as I run away?
No, because it's it's a bonus action.
Yeah, I think I can use vicious mock as a bonus action.
Vicious mock is an action, so you can.
Oh, it's an action?
Disengage is an action.
Oh, okay.
You can healing word as a bonus action, or you can inspire as a bonus
Inspire the golem.
action. You can do that.
To leave.
To leave. Okay.
Not how that works.
I'm just gonna heal up Morthos.
So healing word to Morthos.
Yeah.
That sword you have does things to your vicious mockery.
But it's an action, so.
But it's an action, so I can't do it.
Yeah.
Not on this one.
So I'm gonna use my
Why'd you run away, pansy?
next healing word.
Okay.
Level 2. My last one.
Level 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
Mortos.
To Mortos.
No, I'm sorry. It's 2d4 plus 5.
Plus 5. Yep.
8.
Yep.
Doubled my health.
Nice.
Okay, very good.
Nice.
As you rush away and you heal Morthos, the creature sees Sola in front of it, and
Really, I attacked it last.
he's in front. Takes 2 attacks. First attack, I'm using advantage.
Yeah, what are we gonna do?
That is a 17
Cutting words.
Misses.
plus stuff.
Cutting words?
Yes. I just said it.
That's your reaction.
You're blinded.
Roll a d6. This matters. That's
2.
a total of a 24 because it's plus 7. Minus 2 is 22. Still hits.
Ah!
And she takes 2d10, which is 11 total, plus 5 is 16 total. She is unconscious.
Yeah.
As he follows up with a second swipe against her unconscious body,
Oh.
she is prone and he has disadvantage.
Disadvantage on your roll.
What?
Disadvantage on your roll.
We don't have any.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, we
You
do.
have one. Disadvantage on your roll.
Alright, well, he has advantage because she is prone.
So
So
straight
it
roll.
cancels it out to straight roll. Plus 7 to
Can
this.
you use the other one? Oh.
That is a 13 plus 7 is 20. She has 2 death fails.
We tried.
Who does?
Sola.
It is now Sola's turn.
Are you
Oh
effing
my
kidding
goodness.
me?
She's not even here.
All
Wait,
right.
she has
Hold on.
advantage.
I think Yaga should roll it.
She has
She
advantage.
has 1 advantage.
She has 2
That's-
advantages.
Two advantages.
Get Molly on the phone.
All right. I'm going to roll her death save with advantage.
Alright, go ahead.
I'll kill her. I don't care.
I'll allow it.
11.
That's a success.
Wow.
Okay, 2 to
Okay.
1. 2 to 1.
Great news.
It is now Jaga's turn.
Just barely.
I will run 30 feet to the right,
Don't worry, he's gonna use Thunder Step.
and I will throw my sword at it.
Okay, you throw your sword. Roll your
Don't
attack.
roll a 1.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my
Kill
God.
Sola.
Oh, that's how I had one of my characters.
Oh, well, here it goes.
Ooh,
18
nice.
plus.
It hits. Roll your damage.
What's the damage on that?
It's your normal damage.
Okay.
Sola has another advantage.
14 damage.
14. Very good.
As a bonus action, I will bring it
Recall
back.
it. Very good. And you have another attack then.
Okay.
You can throw it a second
I
time.
will throw it again. I hope I don't get crit. Crit.
Yes. Nice.
Crit fail?
No.
Natural 20.
The other crit.
Fooled ya!
Well done.
That's 6, 10, so 20 damage.
20 damage. Awesome. You are overcome with rage that your object of patronage, the one you have pledged yourself to, has been downed and brought to the brink of death by this beast, and you rush forth and you throw your katana with the star metal ring. You recall it and instantly throw it again, cutting through the seams of stitches as its body begins to fall apart at all of the different stitched pieces. It is looking very unstable, but still up.
2.
Orthos.
2 disadvantages.
So,
Angel of the Shadow and Revelation Draco.
Orthos turning around, seeing what happened, seeing Yaga in his valiant effort,
And seeing
Sola on the ground,
this monster
he will run. He will take a dash bonus action.
Yep.
He will ignite his. He will basically say some words and ignite his flame or his blade in a green flame, and he will attempt just to cleave the thing in half. So
Okay, so from that spot you have advantage because you are flanking with
assist.
Yanni.
Can I? No, I can't do it.
19. Come on. I mean, it's going to be like a 28, but
Hits.
still a lot of dice.
Still not a crit. It's above.
11, 17, 18, 22, 25, 25,
Just get
31,
it close.
30, 38.
38.
And the flame jumps to Yanni, apparently.
As you pierce through
It's
its
gotta hurt you.
chest, the flames explode through the inside of its bodies, and burst forth at all of the stitched seams, instantly vaporizing all of the stitches, and its body just begins to fall down.
Sweet.
It looks up at you with what you swear is actually a thankful look as the life ebbs away and leaves its eyes.
Thanks for not letting Yanni kill me.
Exactly.
That's his last
Story of my life.
Yanni, it's your turn.
Oh shoot, we're still
roll.
Sola is still down.
Yeah, I would like to.
Health potion. Rip it off my belt.
cheating.
Can I stabilize her?
You can make a medicine check to try.
You got sausage fingers. You'll accidentally kill her.
I can't get to her.
Are we out of combat now?
No.
No, we gotta stay.
You see no threats.
I'm
But
going to.
You are still in turn initiative because Sola still is
All right, I'm gonna go over
unconscious.
and pull out my special water.
Okay.
How many uses?
It's the love potion number 9.
There's 6 left after this.
So roll your 2d4 plus 2.
It's too bad we didn't have 10 good berries for this fight.
How about that? Would have come in handy.
It's 8.
You can save that on your turn if you'd like.
We're still in initiative.
As you gently lift her neck and you pour your special water from home down her delicate mouth, the radiance returns as her eyes flutter open and you give her a smile. And everyone seems to be safe, alive,
And trapped.
and
still
trapped.
trapped.
Mostly alive.
We'll be fine.
With the exception of Eli,
Who's dead?
who is dead.
Everyone's alive except for one.
But are you really
And as the party kind of reconnoiters their surroundings and trying to determine how to escape, we will...
I like that word.
It's a fun word. It's like, you just say it and you just laugh. Pick up there next week. But before we sign off, we're going to give away these 2 final figures.
Giveaway.
Very cool. This is from the brand new set released by Wizards of the Coast. Oh, yeah. It is a Shadow Dancer, Shadow Kai, and a Spring Eladrin, an elf with the theme of spring. And so some fun little minis here. If you would like to have the opportunity to win these at a randomly drawn time right now, type in exclamation point into the chat one time. Exclamation point close. Exclamation point close.
Like how many times I've gotten close to killing something.
I would have grabbed that phylactery and brought it to you if you're ready at an action.
Yeah, but would that have been
But I would have.
I probably would have totally
we're killing
died
this.
first, but I would have done it for you. Like straight up died.
Instant death.
It was essentially another finger of death.
Oh, wow.
Wait, if you destroyed with a physical
Yeah,
attack?
if anyone touched it.
Oh.
I am
But what
so
if you hit it
glad
with a
I took
hammer?
my action to open that
Would it
thing.
have been
'cause
like
that's what I was
Gimli,
gonna
just get
do. I
thrown
was
back?
gonna grab it
No,
and
that
throw
I
it.
would have
That could
crashed
have done it.
You could have mage handed it.
Mage handed it.
Could have. But you didn't.
Yanni's one
And you
kill.
didn't, and you lived.
Yanni's one kill would have been himself.
He went out the way he always wanted. With the kill.
With a kill.
He finally got that kill
Finally got
down.
Got it, guys. That's what he would have wanted. That's what he would have wanted.
Oh
He was
man!
one for
So
one.
exclamation point close if you would like
Perfect
to have a
ID.
chance at the giveaway for
Not
the
Yanni.
Shadow Kai, Shadow Dancer, and the Spring Eladrin.
It's all
And
good.
we really appreciate you guys sticking around with us.
It'll happen.
And we look forward to seeing you hopefully next Tuesday night at 7:30 when we'll pick the story up right here as we continue to loot, die, and repeat. Stick around in the chat. We'll get that giveaway out of there. But until then, cheers.